They do it all for show.
Greetings.
Fire, they let it burn slow. I was just cruising the streets. I was looking for something to eat. I'm trying to get me some sleep. I'm trying to make it for me. My family struggling for peace. My family needs what they got. My family eating they sleep. My family eating these streets. My family. It's a Peter City announcement. They say they care, but they really don't. Kamikaze twist and turn like Inferno. They keep on blaming the media and blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do you really though? You give them your rights away and then you give them more. Money coming in different ways. Don't say you're poor. Don't say you helping these kids and then you close the door.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Better than politicians, you hypocrites. Use your power to make a change. You make a difference.
Yes, good
All this talking
morning.
you saying and ain't saying much. They say they care, but do they really though? It's beyond their ability. Is it really though? They say they care, we know they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
They let it burn slow. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. Put your left arm in, you take your left arm out. You put your right hand in and then you shake it all about.
Hey.
You do this hokey pokey, then it break you on down. That's what it's all about. Hey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Humpty Dumpty, he had a great fall, and all the king horses and all the king men couldn't put them back together again. Don't be so basic and practice on your greatness. Life don't work like that, gotta be amazing. I've been down and out, I know what it takes to be on top right now. I know I'm your favorite. This is hip hop and politics and relevance. This ain't J6, but it's an insurrection. I took Jack Smith and Bonnie Willis, prosecutions to the next level. I got MAGA triggered in a state of shock, cause the time has come. The Proud Boys got 22 for some Jesus conspiracy. What happened to back with Luke?
Good morning, Miss Boston.
March to the Capitol and he would be there too. Officers died and they wanted to hang kids too. He said Biden would lose, he beat Trump too. You say
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. It's just showtime. Let's go.
Yeah, it's me, Zeus. Sometimes it gotta be this way. It really does, but it shouldn't.
Yes, let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
If you not my dog,
I'ma have to cut you off.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
If you not my dog.
I'ma have to cut you
Thank you,
off.
Miss Boss Diva. How are you doing?
I'ma have to cut you
Let's
off.
go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking at me for? I just want the money, yo. All these games that you be playing, all this talk that you be saying, I don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have no fear. Yeah, you
Good
keep
morning,
on showing
ladies and
tears.
gentlemen.
I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get to work. I'm the type to keep it real. I'm the type to get a
Let's
deal.
go.
I'm the type to chase a bag.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the show. All right, I am your host this morning. All right, bright and early. What is today? Monday, February 19th. Today is President's Day, right? And we're all here. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Well, you know what we came to do, but before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let's get some of the housekeeping items taken care of. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. There's nobody more honest than me on social media. That's the first H. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me on social media. Listen, if I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize, all right? And then the last and final H, attacking I see you, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. There's nobody more handsome than me, all right? All right, now many of you are very familiar with what we do over here on this side of town. What we do on this side of town is very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes, right? SSS, oh my goodness, all right? And believe you me, when it comes to crimes and our friends on the right and dirty deeds, there's a lot of them going on. Especially when we're talking about the MAGA Republican Party, all right? And so I want to say this. It's President's Day. I got a little bit of a speech that I think we should, I'll read it to you real quickly, and then we'll get into our topics today. But before I do that, I will say this. If you're lactose intolerant, right? If you're one of those Trump supporters out there, right? You're one of these people out there that's under that MAGA demon delusion. I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime right now because this show is going to make you feel very uncomfortable. I see you, Mr. Nice Guy. I'm glad I'm your favorite. All right, let's keep it that way, actually. And go ahead and send Zeus that lion, you so-called millionaire, you and your friend Trash Bait. All right, but listen, it's going to get uncomfortable in here. And so listen, if you don't like the truth, all right, you want to eat the rest of your breakfast in peace, do me a favor. Leave this live and go on about your miserable lives, all right? Because the truth is coming whether you like it or not, all right? And it's coming real hard, all right? If you're one of these people that think that I'm a mean individual, right? You think that Zeus is out here spreading hate on his platform. Do me a huge favor and leave this live right now, all right? Because it's going to get real uncomfortable. But guess what? I know you don't believe me. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
like Mr. Nice Guy,
you can leave. You can leave right
Mr.
now.
Mr. Nice Guy, leave.
Come
Double
back
B.
if you want. Don't
leave.
come back. It's okay too.
Trey,
but if
leave.
you're not happy, you can leave.
Nothing grinds my gears than to see grown men, especially men named Mr. Nice Guy, sitting in my comments crying. These folks come to my show every day, right? I have an open door policy. I try to be as inclusive as I can. I haven't changed my brand. These folks come into my live and they cry. Just do us all a favor. Leave this country. I firmly believe that if you really want to make America great again, you know what we should do? We should deport MAGA. And as one of those Russian bears likes to say, I stand 10 toes down on that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, guess what today is? Like I said, it's February 19th, President Day. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but I'll say this. Once again, we're gathered here to celebrate President's Day. We're not only honoring the legacy of our nation's great leaders, but also acknowledging the incredible achievements of our current president, President Joe Biden, right? Let's give Biden a round of applause. Thank you, President Biden. This day serves as a reminder of the enduring impact that our presidents have had on shaping the course of our nation's history. And as we reflect on the contributions of President Biden, we are reminded of the resilience and the strength of American leadership. President Biden has faced unprecedented challenges taking office, from a global pandemic to an economic uncertainty. You remember how our cities were shut down all across this country? I was talking to a good friend of mine this morning. I remember Las Vegas. It wasn't Las Vegas when Donald Trump was president. That thing was a ghost town. I want you all to remember what life was like when Donald Trump was the president of the United States. He had this country on its knees, and President Biden helped us get out of that. And he has led our country with grace, compassion, and unwavering determination. Through his steadfast leadership, President Biden has achieved numerous accomplishments that have positively impacted the lives of countless Americans. One of President Biden's most significant achievements has been his administration's response to the pandemic, for implementing the national vaccination strategy to providing essential relief to businesses and families. President Biden has led a comprehensive effort to combat the virus and bring our nation back out of a nasty situation. His commitment to science, public health, and unity has been a beacon of hope during a time of immense uncertainty, right? Furthermore, President Biden has championed initiatives to address climate change, promote racial equity, and rebuilding our economy. His American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan have laid the groundwork for transformative investments in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and creating opportunities for prosperity and progress for generations to come. President Biden's dedication to restoring America's standing on the global stage has been a testament to his vision of unity and diplomacy. By re-engaging with our international partners, recommitting to multilateral agreements, and standing up for human rights, President Biden has reaffirmed America's role as a leader in this world. On this President's Day, ladies and gentlemen, let us celebrate the achievements of President Biden and all those, not Donald Trump, who have held the highest office in our land. May we draw on his inspiration and their leadership and work together to build a future that reflects the best of our shared values. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving President Biden a round of applause today on President's Day. Trump will not save America. Please listen. If you come to my show in the morning, especially those of you who are filled with the MAGA demon, do me a huge favor, right? Don't spam my chat. Just sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right. Trust me, there's nothing that you can think of that you can share with me that's going to make me change my mind about anything that I'm saying. As a matter of fact, there's nothing you can share with me that's something that I don't already know. So think about it. You're wasting your time trying to tell me something, MAGA. Listen, MAGA, the facts are on my side, and I recognize what's going on better than you, all right? Here's the thing. Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. These Trump supporters, they know the facts are not on their side. And so I expect nothing but them. I expect for them to be on their worst behavior going forward, especially as their leader, Donald J. Trump, continues to be held accountable for his crimes, right? His dirty deeds. These folks, ladies and gentlemen, these Trump supporters, they have no facts at this point that are on their side. So all of the lies, all of the content that they're putting out right now, it's fear, right? They're fear mongering. They're trying to scare folks into not voting for President Biden, all right? Because their leader is going to prison, all right? And he's going to be there a long time. So they're going to be, engaging in what I call sign language. You know what sign language is? All right, it's an acronym. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. This is what the Trump supporters will be doing to try to throw you off your message, all right? So to my friends out there who are out here and on message, please don't let these MAGA demons lure you into their nasty underworld and then get you thrown off of TikTok, right? Because, sometimes we take it there and then you lose your ability to go live. Don't let these MAGA demons do that to you, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a huge favor and just let them throw their accounts away, because it's better when we get them off the app for spreading misinformation, right? Listen, MAGA, the facts are on my side, whether you like it or not, right? We already took Donald Trump's money. I told you. We're going to do that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take his life, liberty, and his pursuit to happiness. March 25th, he will have to sit his special behind down in that courtroom with Alvin Bragg, right? A brother at that. And he's the one that brought the first indictment against him, right? And he won't be able to say, you know what, I gotta get on the campaign trail. No, you got to go to court, champ. That's how this works. Ain't no calling it in and can I just send my... Nope. You got to sit your special behind there and listen to all the evidence and watch it play out in real time. And then if you have any strength left, you got to hit the campaign trail. Wow. While you're going broke, sir. And your supporters, they can't send you enough money to stay out of it. All right. Trust me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching the downfall of MAGA. All right. You ever seen, it's like it's the best show of 2024. I promise you. All right. Speaking of the downfall of MAGA, let's get into this. Can evangelical Christianity be saved? And some say they can't. It can still be saved only if it dumps Donald Trump. Right. All right. And this is from an experienced individual. OK, in my own personal life, I have an aversion to accepting advice and even to human touch. I react in similar ways to both these expressions. If someone touches my arm, intending only kindness, I tend to scratch it off, as was observed by a past partner. If someone pushes their advice into my life, I often do the same thing. I scratch it off. Another friend once told me that the only way to get me to not jump in a puddle was to tell me to jump into it. So guess what? At age 47, I'm not much involved with jumping into puddles, but if someone told me not to do it, I must say I probably would do it. Dealing with this element of my own intimate human experience can help explain the love affair between Donald Trump and American evangelicals. Here we go. Trump is the bad boy that many liberals have been warning Christians about. And now, the more dangerous he seems, the more they like him. You hear me, ladies and gentlemen? The more dangerous Donald Trump is, the more his supporters like him. Dealing with this element of our, another way to look at this is that someone only ends an unhealthy relationship if they can come to that conclusion on their own. Evangelicals will never dump Donald Trump because of some clever argument by Rachel Maddow or a brilliant takedown by Bill Maher. Such a breakup, if it ever happens, must come from within the evangelical movement itself. The impetus for a breakup also cannot come from the more progressive or leftist elements of the Christian church. Most of the Christian left has no backbone or force when it comes to speaking out against their evangelical brethren. There is an understandable reluctance to condemn people they feel connected to by faith and they hope to redeem. But in fact, by watering down their attacks on evangelical philosophy, they lose the respect of the evangelical fellowship they wish to win back. All right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, they go on to say they've read a great deal about the Civil War, and it's clear how divided Christian faith was 160 years ago around the issue of slavery. Far too many were willing to espouse a perversion of Christian theology that justified the brutal enslavement of human beings. Yet, Christian church in the North played a central role in the abolitionist movement and the Underground Railroad, providing a consistent and ethical and moral clarity, arguing that black people needed and deserved freedom and full citizenship. What I am saying is that in every generation, Christians face a choice. That is as true as it is now as it was then. All right? The only way we will ever see that kind of change today is from a movement from within the evangelical church itself. But there's a big problem. Evangelicals, the fake Christians out there, the Russian bears, they know exactly who they are. They must do something that so far, most simply, do not want to do. They must reject the last 50 years of political posturing, at least embraced and endorsed by the evangelical church and its leadership. They must reject the very foundations of the political agenda that has provided the evangelical church with so much power, even as its absolute numbers in society continue to decline. All right? And so, ladies and gentlemen, the whole point of this, and then I would read it, but we got to move on. The whole point of this, ladies and gentlemen, is this is a wake-up call. Look at these. You got these folks with a cross and they got a Trump flag, and they're not just on their knees, they're on all fours. These so-called Christians, ladies and gentlemen, they've pushed Jesus aside and replaced him with Donald J. Trump. It's like jumping from one frying pan into a bigger one, right? And these folks are saying that they think somehow the rest of this country wants to go along with them in their nasty, deranged cult with the guy that we know is as crooked can be. And they do it in the name of the Lord. I don't know where they get this stuff from. You know what we got to do, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Join me in kicking this show off the way we love to kick it off, right? Can you please get those boos and shames together, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great honor. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his evangelical supporters, the MAGA demons they are, what they rightfully deserve. A first round of boos and shame. They deserve these boos and shame because clearly they don't live in light. They live in darkness and they enjoy it. Let's give them some boos and shame. Oh! I see there's some dissension in my comment section.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
If you don't like this show, like I said, go on about your miserable lives and don't let the door don't let the door hit you where the good Lord should have split you on your way out, all right? And I do mean that. All right. So let's continue on, ladies and gentlemen. This is some interesting news. I'm not surprised by it, but I figured we'd talk about it. MAGA they're freaking out after Fox News, their beloved news station, reports that President Barack Obama is in the top 10 presidents. Yeah. And that Donald Trump is what? Dead last. You can't make this stuff up, folks. Now, many of us who are in our right minds, we're not shocked by this, right? We're not shocked by this. This makes sense. For you to sit out there, and this is what really is just the most bizarre thing. For folks to sit out there and not really be able to use the full potential of their brain, right? To process the gravity of what's going on, right? Do you really think a person with 91 felony charges that's been basically he's been determined to be an adjudicated rapist, right? Who's having to shell out millions and millions of dollars in everything he does. Everything this guy touches, it ends up backfiring on him, right? Are you shocked that he's really going down in history as the worst president? Think about it, MAGA. Obama will always be better than Donald Trump. There's not a category, except for being a criminal, there's not a category you can put Barack Obama up against Donald Trump that Obama doesn't crush him. All right. Fox News reported on some new presidential rankings, which purportedly show Barack Obama as the number 6 president in U.S. history and Donald Trump dead last. Right where he belongs. Fox News on Sunday, they posted an article about the new ranking by the Presidential Greatness Project, which Fox described as a group of self-styled experts. It states that Abraham Lincoln topped the list of presidents in 2024 Presidential Greatness Project. Experts surveyed for the third time following his top spot in the ranking in 2015, 2018 versions of the survey. All right. The conservative outlet noted that the figures were based off of a survey of 154 respondents who were asked to rank the presidents on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being failure, 50 being average, and 100 being great. Rounding out the top 5 in the rankings were Franklin Delano Roosevelt, number 2, George Washington, number 3, Theodore Roosevelt, 4, Thomas Jefferson at 5. According to the report, Trump was ranked in last place in the survey, being ranked worse than James Buchanan at 44, Andrew Johnson at 43, Franklin Pierce at 42, and William Henry Harrison at 41. Ladies and gentlemen, the verdict is out. Everyone on this planet knows this guy, this fraudulent individual, this criminal nutcase is the worst president in United States history. That means his supporters are the worst people in United States history, right? So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Since they want to be freaking out, let's give these MAGA freaks what they deserve, right? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these MAGA freaks what they deserve. Another round of what? Booze and shame. You deserve it. Does anyone think I'm being too critical of MAGA this morning? Does anyone think I'm being too critical? Raise your hand if you think I'm being too harsh to these Trump supporters, right? Anyone think I'm being harsh to these Trump supporters? No. Okay, Ange, all right. All right. I mean, I care. I really do care, ladies and gentlemen. But we can't sugarcoat the truth with these folks anymore. All right, because playtime is truly over. All right, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. We got some more to talk about. Tough, ladies and gentlemen. This is they're saying it's tough to spin an outcome of a trial from prison. All All right, this is what they're saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Of the American people to a speedy trial. Trump's lawyers say that's not the case. Trump is entitled to lots of time to figure out a way to defend. And the Supreme Court will have to decide between those two different points of view. And really, it's a decision about whether or not we are continuing to be a democratic nation where presidents can be held accountable just like anyone else can.
Joyce, it seems like the hush money trial in New York, that might be the first criminal case to get started. It's scheduled March 25th, and our colleague Charles Coleman, in just this last hour, told me that Trump's not going to try to delay this trial because he can spin any outcome to his benefit out on the campaign trail. Do you agree with that?
Well, you know, it's tough to spin the outcome of a trial from prison. And of course, we don't know whether the judge would be inclined to take him straight into custody if he's convicted or if he would get an appeal bond. But I suppose that's one dynamic there. But look, it's one thing to spin a case before it's tried. It's an entirely different thing after the fact.
You hear that, MAGA? It's one thing to try to spin this thing before prison, but it's another thing to try to spin it after the conviction, right? When you're sitting in a jail cell. Can you all, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I can smell justice, right? It's real close for this guy, right? All right. And his supporters, they know it. They know it. Mark my word. There's a guy out here. His name is Jimmy, right? This is my brother from another mother, but you know, the evil one. He smells justice coming for Donald Trump. Snuggles does too. And so what are they going to do? They're going to cry. They're going to be crying all year. Try to spin that, Snuggles. Right? You want to talk about Fonnie Willis? We could talk about her till the cows come home, all right? That's easy. But what's really going to be the thing that everyone's going to be talking about is this guy. you know, after they say, we the jury find Donald Trump guilty of all charges, right? There's 38 felonies in the state of New York. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to say, bailiff, Trump, give all your personal belongings to your attorneys or Melania, maybe give it to Barron, all right? And so Trump's going to give it to him, and then they're going to say, now, turn around, and then they're going to go, click, 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 and they're going to put those handcuffs on him, right? And they're going to escort him to the prison, right? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we came to do? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters another round of booze and shame, because they know once he's in prison, ain't no other way to spin this other than the fact that he's guilty. Let's give him some booze and shame. I don't care. All right.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, as a result of this this judgment that Donald Trump has against him, right? It came out Friday for his New York civil fraud trial, $355 million. I think they're saying it's over $500 million at this point if you add in the interest in the E. Jean Carroll case. This guy's half $500 billion in the hole. All right, this guy is the definition of bad for business, right? Now there's a new scam going on, right? You know, there were the truckers going to the border. Remember that? We didn't really see anything come out of that. Well, now the truckers decided, you know what, the border's gotten enough attention, and that they need to change their priorities to something more pressing, right? Trump is reacting to truckers refusing shipments to New York after the $355 million fraud ruling. So now the truckers are saying, we're not going to deliver our goods and products to the state of New York because look at how New York treated Donald Trump. Trump heaped praise on a group of truckers who have planned to turn down shipments coming to New York City following the $355 million fraud decision against him. Former President Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, is saying that a group of truck drivers backing Trump recently announced that they will not be going to New York City to demonstrate their dissatisfaction with the civil fraud verdict that penalized the ex-president last week. Calling truckers great patriots, Trump wrote on his social media platform that it is an honor to have them on the side of freedom. Trump wrote, such an honor to have so many great patriots on this side of freedom. Joe Biden's unfair, dangerous weaponization of law enforcement is a serious threat to democracy. Make America great again. And we might be able to listen to what he said. This is what one of the truckers says in terms of this boycott, so to speak, right? Let's see if we can get this, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Hey folks, your old pal Chicago Ray. I've been on the radio talking to drivers for about the last hour 15 minutes. And I've talked to at least 10 drivers going the other way. I'm heading down from South Wisconsin. And they're going to start refusing loads in New York City starting on Monday. Alright? I got about 3 drivers that I drive with. They already fired the boss and told them they ain't going to New York City. So I don't know how far across the country this is, or how many truckers are going to start denying loads to go to New York City. But I'll tell you what. You fuck around and find out. Okay? We're tired of you motherfucking leftists fucking with Trump. Okay? You know, motherfuckers starting to get tired of this shit. And you know, our bosses ain't gonna care if we deny the load. We'll just go somewhere else. Alright? You know how fucking hard it is to get into New York City with one of these motherfuckers? Man, fuck that. Alright?
Wow.
I'll tell you. I don't wish nothing on nobody, but by what I'm hearing, this is real. You know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. A MAGA demon crying in his pickup truck. It looks like our friend Double D out there in the comments section, if you ask me, right? Ladies and gentlemen, these are MAGA tears, and I love it, right? Go ahead and don't deliver those loads. What do you say? Don't deliver those loads in New York. We're driving all over the country in these trucks, all 10 of us. We're going to starve our fellow patriots. Yeah, we're not bringing them nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can hear these folks crying from all corners of the internet, right? And by the way, I know it sounded like it was a woman, but no, this was a grown man, ladies and gentlemen. This is a grown man crying because Donald Trump did something, right? It was Trump who broke the law and lied on his documents, right? And it was Trump who has to pay for it. But yet and still, these folks, they will fall on their knees and on their hands. They will assume the figure 4 for Donald Trump. And these are grown men. So guess what we're going to do to these grown men who love Donald Trump's dirty draws, his dirty diaper, right? Join me in giving these Trump supporters what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame, because here's the deal. The only people that are going to be impacted by this so-called boycott is them. You ain't running nothing but your mouth, champ. Let's give them what they deserve, some booze and shame. This is what they... I guarantee you, we will see this individual in the unemployment line in about a week or two. All right. And how did you get there? Oh, I was resisting. I was standing up against justice. Guess what? Your unemployment benefits have been denied. Yeah. See, you didn't lose your job at the fault of your employer. You voluntarily terminated your benefits. So guess what? And so no, you won't get any of that. And nothing gives me more joy than to see every Trump supporter unemployed, with no money in their bank accounts because they gave everything to their orange leader, Donald J. Trump, right? All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And we got some more bad news for you. All right, MAGA, this is it. The end is here, MAGA. Can you see what's happening to your leader? I know those golden tennis shoes. You know, these folks, ladies and gentlemen, did you see the golden shoes that they were so happy about? The gold, Trump, you didn't know this? Trump is selling some golden shoes. And his supporters, they're so excited about it. They said, Zeus, the first ones sold out. Zeus, you're wrong, Zeus. This is what they told me. And so I said, really? They said, yeah. And I said, well, Putin bought all of those. He's just using this as a way to get money to Donald Trump, right? You know how Trump does it. He creates a fictitious business just so people can wire money to him. No, Zeus. And I said, and I went and checked and I said, oh, yeah, they did sell out. So I did a little more research, ladies and gentlemen. And this is true. The first pair of golden shoes, those sold so well that Trump couldn't believe it. He went back to his friends and he said, look I got a bunch of suckers. We need to do the second version of these golden shoes, right? So Trump is now, ladies and gentlemen, he's came out with a second version of the golden shoes. And listen up, Trump supporters. Let me see if I could find it. You can get these. They say all you got to do is tell them you bought the previous ones, and then you send them an extra $600. Look at them, ladies and gentlemen. Look at them. There you go, MAGA. There you go. Go ahead and get you a pair. Yeah. You know where you went and bought the first pair, MAGA? Go ahead and buy these. And I hear that Donald Trump, not only will he give you these for an extra $600, but he said if you take a picture in them, whoever takes the best picture will get to go meet him in his compound in Mar-a-Lago, all right? I'm not making this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, and make no mistakes. I am actively looking for anyone to be wearing any version of his shoes, all right? So listen up, you Trump supporters. Please, if you got a pair, send me a guest request this morning. I'll make an exception for you. If you got a pair of these shoes, send Zeus a guest request and let us see you in them, all right? Please, I'm going to ask you to audition in them and tell us what makes them so great, all right? I really will. All right, now let's move on back to what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. There's so many things that I wanted to cover this morning. But, oh, my God. It's huge. Condos in New York Trump building are selling for way less than similar properties. According to an economist handed two separate reports on the property valuations in New York City, if you own a condo in Manhattan building with Donald Trump's name on it, it will sell for less than similar properties when you want to unload it. In a deep dive to the impact that the Trump brand, remember how Trump said, it's the brand that's worth money. No, it's not. The Trump brand isn't worth a lot. All right, a deep dive into the impact of the Trump brand has on his properties and changes after the former president's name is removed. The New York Times is reporting that Trump's name is worth a lot less than the former president asserted in the financial fraud trial that came to an end last week. All right. According to the Times, who collected data from real estate listing website, all right, a property data analytics company, a review of the price per square foot of condominiums in the 7 buildings in Manhattan that still carries the Trump name found that the value dropped 23% between 2013 and 2023, and setting the decrease at 17% on another report. She then noted that the 4 buildings that removed Trump's logo from their facades by the end of 2020 ended the decade from 2013 to 2023 up to 9%. So if you take his name off, the value goes up. If you put his name on, the value goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to put this information out there because I don't want to hear Trump supporters telling me Donald Trump is a good businessman. He's not a good businessman. Donald Trump he doesn't even know how to spell business. I bet you he knows how to spell fraud. I bet you he knows how to spell crime. I bet you he knows how to spell prison, but he can't spell business because he's not a businessman. He's a liar. So guess what we're going to do? Join me, ladies and gentlemen, in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve. Because just like Donald Trump thinks he's worth a lot more, all of his supporters, they think they're worth more too. As a matter of fact, they actually think they're smarter than all of us. And every day we show them they're not that smart. They're not worth that much. As far as we're concerned, you need to sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. Let's give them some booze and shame. All right. And this is just a PSA announcement. According to reports, they have bled the list of people dry. Conservatives are saying Trump voters' pool is completely tapped out, right? This means it's working. Every day I wake up, the first thing I do is I go over to Truth Social and I say, what other scam is Donald Trump running on his supporters? Because I firmly believe that the relationship that Donald Trump has with his supporters, it won't end until they've been bled dry. I think that's the only way out. So Donald Trump, do us all a huge favor. Keep bleeding Snuggles dry. Bleed him dry. Bleed the Russian bears dry. Bleed all of your supporters as dry as you possibly can. Sell them red hats. Sell them golden shoes. Sell them flags. Sell them whatever you can think of. As a matter of fact, sir, let's cut the games, Trump. You need to start going after big ticket items, right? Start selling them washing machines, sell them houses, Trump. Just go for the bag, right? Stop nickel and diming them. Stop nickel and diming your supporters, Trump. Sell them washing machines, sell them cars, anything. They will buy it, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Miss Louise, thank you for the subscription. All right. I got to open up the boxes. Okay, we got a little bit of time left, so we're going to cruise through a couple of these. All right, many of you saw what happened this weekend. Neo-Nazis marched through downtown Nashville in the middle of Black History Month. About 24 neo-Nazis marched through Nashville, Tennessee, chanting and wielding giant swastika flags while spewing hatred at a man who trailed them and recorded them, calling them cowards for disguising their identities with their mask. So I say this because I want to say this to you Trump supporters. When you get on TikTok and you don't turn your camera on, you know what I think of? Especially when you get on here and you start, engaging in racist, rhetoric, right? They tell me I'm a race baiter, and I said, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, MAGA, you could call me a race baiting tycoon. Yeah. Why do you always put your mask on, though? That's the thing, right? You see me, I'm out here. I got my handsome face out here on display. If you're gonna be that way, please turn on your camera so we can all see you for what you are. What's with all this running around with masks and stuff? Aren't you the same folks that said the government can't force us to put a mask on during the pandemic? But when it's time when you out here in public spaces and you're being nasty, you put a mask on. So that tells me deep down in your heart you're being evil. That's why you don't want to put a face on it. And that you're scared. You're scared because you know what's coming. All right? And so to all of those folks out there, you hear these folks, they get upset when they go, Zeus, don't you think President Biden is racist? What about when Biden said,
do you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump and you ain't black?
Yeah, and I stand on that. You are not black. Biden has a record of backing blacks to have the right to vote. Trump doesn't. Trump's trying to take away your right to vote. Look at what Trump got. He got folks like this feeling like it's okay to go out here and be as racist as they want to be. And you're going to tell me you're black? And you're going to tell me you're going to vote for that? No, you ain't. As far as I'm concerned, you ain't nothing but a modern day slave. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they truly deserve. Because they're racist. All right, and I get it. You ever seen that movie Django with Samuel Jackson? Yeah, the character Samuel Jackson, he was black, but he was also racist, right? And I understand we got that going on in the black community, but guess what? They don't speak for all of us. Join me in giving these wannabe neo-Nazis, these black folks out here, what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. neo-Nazi.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
They don't want to come talk to me. They don't want to listen. These folks don't want to talk to me. They want to get in the box and yell and spew hatred and stuff. Like, I'm not falling for that trick with you, MAGA. I get it. Something's wrong with you. Your mind, your mind is supposed to be working. Yours don't, because you got a MAGA demon and there's a strong delusion. I get it. I'm not bothered by anything these folks say. Ladies and gentlemen, all right? Because I understand what's truly at stake. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? We don't got much time. Should we play MAGA or not? Are we ready to play MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen? Are we ready to play MAGA or not? Do you want to play MAGA or not? We haven't done this in a while. All right. Here we go. Okay, here it goes. She went on a lunch date with a guy who kept bragging about his money and luxury cars, but only gave her $5 for his coffee when the bill came. All right, you know the rules. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's MAGA. Put a 2 if you think it's other. All right. She offered him some fries and he dug. Oh, wait a second. I'm starting ahead on the wrong one. I'm so sorry. All right. You know the deal. All right. Chivalry and generosity are necessary traits for success in dating. However, many women often find themselves navigating the treacherous waters of a man's penny-pinching ways. All right, now this woman is one of those, and she is talking about a bad date with a guy whose frugality bordered on the absurd. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this because some of the folks on the right, they call me the love guru. All right, so this is some love guru stuff. Okay, here goes. So she started chatting with this guy on the phone, or maybe on TikTok. You know how this goes. They talked for a week before deciding to meet up at a cafe. Initially, he suggested they go to a coffee shop, but she wasn't a fan of coffee, so they settled in on a cafe. She got to the cafe first and discovered that there was a 45-minute wait to be seated. She didn't want to stand around and walk awkwardly with him while they waited for a table, so they decided to move to the restaurant next door. At the restaurant, he ordered some coffee while she asked for water. When the server came to take their food order, he announced that he had already eaten. She was hungry and ordered a sandwich with a side of fries. As they waited for the food to arrive, he went on and on about all of his cars. He had recently bought a new sports car and showed her a picture of it on his phone. And while she was looking at the photo, a notification from his bank popped up alerting him that $200,000 had just been deposited into his checking account. She ignored the notification and continued trying to get to know him better. When the food arrived, he commented on how good the fries smelled. She offered him some fries, and he dug in immediately. At first, she didn't mind because she knew the smell of good food could always make someone a little hungry. However, he started to devour most of her fries. She asked him if he wanted half of her sandwich. He declined, claiming that, nope, I'm not really that hungry. But when she was ready to leave, she asked the server for the check and a box for her leftovers. The check was placed in front of her and the box was set down on the table in front of him. He grabbed the check and handed the box to her. As she was transferring her food to the takeout container, he asked if she wanted to split the bill. She offered to cover the bill since it was their first time meeting. He insisted on paying at least for his coffee and gave her $5. He pulled out one $5 bill, accidentally tugging on the $20 along with it. Then he gracefully tucked the $20 back in his wallet. When she looked at the bill, she saw that it came to a total of $20.50. His coffee was $4. She was mad that he hadn't even bothered to pay for the tip, but could brag about all the money and luxury cars he had. She ended up giving the server $30 in addition to his $5. After all of that, he still had the audacity to pretend to be a gentleman and walk her to her car. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we going to say? MAGA or not? Please put a 1 in the chat if you think this is MAGA. or put a 2 if you think this is other. Which one is it, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see what we got. 1, sad. I agree. Any guy, listen, ladies, any man that gets out here on the internet and is bragging about their property, their job, their trucks and their cars, money, don't go on any dates with them. These folks definitely have the MAGA demon, and you can see it from the audience, right? So guess what we're going to do? Join me in giving this MAGA demon, this so-called man, he's not a man, he's a boy, probably crawls into his pickup truck like clickbait. Join me and he probably is being audited like clickbait too, all right? You know, they don't pay their taxes. They say they do, but they don't. They lie like Donald Trump. Join me in giving them what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Yes. All right. See, it's not that hard to spot a MAGA demon, right, ladies and gentlemen? We can see him coming from a mile away. All right. Now we're going to wrap this show up. We got a couple of more important things. The one thing I do want to talk about is this, ladies and gentlemen. Right about now, I'm pretty sure all of us are aware that there's a funding package that's being held up by Mike Johnson, and this is for the aid to Ukraine. This is for aid to Israel. This is for the aid to Taiwan. All right. And I just want to put this out there that House GOP leaders are standing in the way of a Senate-backed $95 billion aid package. The bill would provide about $60 billion to Ukraine as it defends itself against Russia. And the legislation would also bolster the United States economy. All right. So anyone out there that's crying about things not happening in this country, I just want to make sure you all understand 99.9% of the time, the things that aren't happening is not because the Democrats or President Biden aren't trying, but because we got folks in Congress like Mike Johnson, all right, stopping the American people from getting the help that they truly need. All right. And so where does that leave us now? Well, after months of requests from Ukrainian officials, the Biden administration is working towards providing Ukraine with powerful new long-range ballistic missiles, according to officials. All right. Last year, the U.S. began to supply Ukraine with Army tactical missile system known as ATACMS, but so far it has provided only the older medium-range ATACMS. Now, the U.S. is leaning towards sending the longer-range version of the missiles. The official said, which would allow Ukraine to strike further inside the Russian-held Crimean Peninsula. But U.S. funding for arms shipments to Ukraine remains uncertain because of opposition from former President Donald Trump and his Republican allies in Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what the definition of a traitor is, if you want to know what the definition of treason is, look no further than Donald Trump and his loyal supporters that are currently in Congress, all right? There is no reason that a lot of folks in the Republican Party are quitting and resigning. It's no reason that there was never a red wave and there will never be. It's no reason that the Republican Party is losing election after election, especially the special elections. It's because everyone in this country can see that they don't care about America. All they care about is making sure that Donald Trump is happy, which means making sure Vladimir Putin is happy, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor, right? Please make sure you do all you can to press your elected officials to pass the funding to get Ukraine the money that they need and deserve, because the consequences of them not getting that aid is worse. All right. And I'm talking about the potential that we might have to put American soldiers boots on the ground because of these traitors in Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving Donald Trump, Mike Johnson, and everyone else that is resisting this aid package what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are rounding the corner. It is now time to move to one of the most important parts of the show, and you know exactly what that is, where we must cover the events, all right, that occurred on or around January 6th. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and duty to make sure we never let the American people forget what happened on January 6th, 2021, because of Donald Trump. All right? So let's move forward, and then we're going to open up those boxes. I'm running a little late, but you know what? It's President's Day, so it's all good. Coolest thing I've ever done in my entire life. A Florida man who predicted January 6th insurrection and then stormed the United States Capitol was sentenced to prison. Many of you are familiar with what I do on this part, right? I want you to all understand that Donald Trump is the modern day, as far as I'm concerned, he's the modern day Jefferson Davis, right? And so he leads his troops from his compound at Fort Mar-a-Lago, right? Let me see. Hold on. On January 6th, you know, they like to paint it as somehow this thing went from a peaceful protest to, you know, just some bad actors all of a sudden deciding to break the law, right? Thank you, Doc. This was not that. This was a calculated military-style attack on the United States Capitol on January 6th. Yes, Donald Trump, the modern-day Confederate general for the South, right, for MAGA, ordered his troops to converge on the United States Capitol on January 6th. You know how he did it. Soldiers! Right. He made them wake up out of all the dark corners of this country. And he said, I need you to come to Washington, D.C. to participate in a event or one of my attacks called Stop the Steal. Right? Why? Because Joe Biden, in his mind, somehow engaged in some sort of scheme to rob him of an election. Right? This isn't true, but that's what he told his soldiers. So they jumped in the back of U-Hauls. Some of them, they were wearing those khaki pants. They jumped in the back of U-Hauls. They rented cars. They flew on airplanes. They brought tactical gear. They bought gas masks, pepper spray, all kinds of weapons. And when they got there, Patriot Front, Boogaloo Boys, Proud Boys, yeah, they were all there, right? And they came up with a plan on how to stop the certification of the election. And it involved Mike Pence, our vice president, right? So what did he do? He got them all to meet at the ellipse, right? You remember he was at the ellipse and you could see his soldiers there, right? And he began to, what I call, encourage them to engage in violence, right?
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Right. And so after that, they began to march towards the Capitol, like the Confederate soldiers did back in the day, right? They were trying to take over Washington, D.C. like the Confederates were, all right, under Robert E. Lee, all right, But here we go. So let's dive into what happened during this assault, all right? And we're going to talk about one of his soldiers. A Florida man was sentenced to prison on 2 felony charges related to his conduct during the breach of the United States Capitol on January 6th. His actions and the actions of others disrupted a joint session of the United States Congress convened to ascertain and count the electoral votes related to the 2020 presidential election. Daniel Paul Gray, 43, of Jacksonville, Florida, was sentenced to 30 months in prison, 36 months of supervised release, and ordered to pay $2,000 in restitution by U.S. District Judge Amy Berman Jackson. Gray pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of obstruction of an official proceeding and assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers October 5th, 2023. According to court documents, in the days leading up to the January 6, 2021, Daniel Gray, a former mixed martial arts MMA instructor and bartender, was very active on social media expressing his distrust of the 2020 presidential election results and his eagerness to prevent President Joseph Biden Jr. from becoming president. On December 12, 2020, Gray posted to Facebook a screenshot of the Wikipedia page for the Insurrection Act of 1807 and then captioned the picture with SHITS. An expletive is about to get lit, y'all. I'm actually really excited at the possibility of the Insurrection Act being implemented. On January 6, 2021, Gray attended a rally at the Ellipse and afterwards made his way to a restricted area of the Capitol building on the West Plaza step as early as 2:25 p.m. Gray was present when the police line fell on the west side of the Capitol and followed the police as they retreated from the mob at 2:41 p.m. Gray entered the Capitol through the Upper West Terrace doors. Inside the Capitol, Gray engaged in confrontations against law enforcement officers attempting to prevent rioters from entering the rotunda. At 2:58 p.m., Gray was at the front of the mob when he approached an officer at the front of the defensive line. The officer told him several times to back up. Then Gray pushed back with his baton. In response, Gray shoved the officer with his hands. A few minutes later, at 3:01 p.m., body-worn camera footage captured images of Gray as he and other rioters pushed the police line to the edge of a marble staircase. Gray shoved an officer, making contact with that officer's baton and knocking the officer off balance. The officer fell down the marble staircase and as a result suffered a concussion and chronic back pain. Gray and the other rioters continued to press against the police line until additional officers steered the mob out of the east side of the Capitol building at 3:12 p.m. Gray later posted a 4-minute video to his Instagram account boasting about his actions during the events of January 6. In that clip, Gray bragged, "We started pushing the police out of the back of the Capitol. We pushed them from the front to the back of the Capitol." He described how the rioters arrived at the staircase and started pushing them, the police, down the staircase. That evening, he wrote, quote, "Dude, we literally took Congress over. I don't want to say too much more, LOL. Was the rowdiest thing I've ever done, and you know me, LOL." In social media messages Gray sent after January 6th, he further boasted, LOL, "I was one of the first ones in the Capitol." The FBI arrested Gray on May 18th, 2021 in Jacksonville, Florida. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia and the Department of Justice National Security Division's Counterterrorism Section prosecuted this case. Valuable assistance was provided by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Florida. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll end it by saying this. Anyone with tips about what happened on January 6th, feel free to call 1-800-CALL-FBI, right? You Trump supporters are disgusting. I can't believe you did this to our democracy, to our Capitol on January 6th. You really don't deserve any of the freedoms and liberties this country has to offer. Not with this kind of behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this traitor, all right, Daniel Traitor Paul Gray, what he deserves. Since he has none, we must give it to him. Let's give him some booze and shame. All right.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
And since he's been sentenced, he's been arrested and sentenced, let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
You heard him. You heard him, MAGA. Case closed. The facts are on my side. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. You know how sick this stuff is? Get this. His soldiers, his supporters, right? The MAGA demons, they listen to a guy that wakes up every day, right? He paints himself orange, right? He puts a bird's nest on his head, right? And he puts a bird's nest. You want to know what this bird's nest looks like, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see. I want you to see this bird's nest, right? He puts a bird's nest on his head. All right, puts a diaper on, right? You want to see the diaper? We got the photos of the diaper, right? We got the photos of the diaper. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Puts a diaper on, gets onto his social media platform, and begins to spread lies and give orders to all of his soldiers. You guys are silly. Knuckleheads, right? You can't make this stuff up. These folks, ladies and gentlemen, they sell all they have just for the idea that maybe one day Donald Trump will wave and say hi to them. These folks are sick. Something's wrong with them. All right? And get this, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't stop there. All right? It doesn't stop there. Donald Trump has made it his lifelong mission to drain every dime out of the supporters' bank accounts that he has. He doesn't care about them. You heard him say it. He said, these folks that attacked our Capitol and engaged in those heinous acts of violence, he said, you don't represent our country. So I'm only repeating what Donald Trump is saying to you, MAGA. That's why I say we need to deport you. All right. You don't represent our country. And he went on to say it was him who ordered the National Guard. So quit saying it was Nancy Pelosi or Nikki Haley. It is him. And then he said, you will pay. And ever since January 6th, all of you have been paying. He played you all like a fiddle. You don't get it. He got you thinking it's the Democrats doing it to you. When are you going to wake up and realize it's him doing it to you? I haven't taken a crying dime out of your bank accounts. Think about this, you traitors. I haven't taken a crying dime out of your bank account. But he has. Oh my God. He's taking the money right out of your account and you telling me it's me. Is your mind really that gone, MAGA? Have you lost it? He's telling you he could fix this country. How can he fix this country? He can't even fix his marriage. He can't even do 2 terms. He got impeached twice. How can he fix anything? Have you thought he can't even run a business successfully without it going under, bankrupt, or being found to engaged in fraud? All these women coming out suing him because he's been so nasty and evil and disgusting. And yet you will sit here and say it's Zeus. They'll say it's Zeus doing this. I tell you, if it was me, it wouldn't look like this. I'd have got straight to the point a lot sooner, ladies and gentlemen. I told you I'd send you, all of you Trump supporters, I'd put you on a rocket and send you to Pluto. I send you to the edge of the universe. I'm starting to think Mars is too close, right, Ange? Mars is too close, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the morning monologue. All right, it's time to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, and listen, playtime's over. Many of you think that I'm harsh to these Trump supporters. I am not harsh. All right, you know the deal. You all get 3 minutes. All right, please, ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes to say your piece. And listen, I do welcome opposition, all right, quiet as it is kept, but I can't go into the details of the arguments like I would normally do in the closet of truth. I can't go into detail in the morning show, so you got to sometimes keep that in mind. But, if you're going to come in here and challenge anything that I've said, you know the rule. Please bring the screenshot. Please put the evidence in the chat, all right? I'm always welcome to changing my opinion about whatever it is. All right. I like to learn new things. All right. Secondly, if you're a Trump supporter, by all means, please be sure to turn on your camera. All right. We're done with the whole hiding behind the mask thing. All right. My camera is on. My expectation is that you are able to say what you need to say 10 toes down. All right. And last but not least, listen, if you're going to get up here and try to spread lies and misinformation, do me a favor. Just plead the fifth. All right, MAGA, just plead the fifth, because we can't even have a conversation on this app if you're going to lie. TikTok is doing a heck of a job shutting down all lies and misinformation. All right, now let's bring up our first panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have first? Z-Pac, how are you doing, my friend?
What's up, dog?
What's going on, man? How are you doing?
It's been a weekend. I've been sick. The baby's been sick.
Oh my God.
There's a lot going on,
Oh my God.
Other than that, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's been a little wild.
Tell me about.
But yeah, no, this is an interesting weekend that we had, because we've had the president of the United States having to pay over $350 billion plus interest. And apparently, if he wants to appeal, he's going to have to put down a large chunk of money.
Yeah.
I've seen some various reports that say like 120%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've seen, like from some individuals. They say he would have to put down like 120% of the 350.
Wow.
Which if you're doing math at home, that's like over $500 million. So that's wild.
Do you know where he's going to get it?
From his shoes. He's selling shoes. You know what's interesting? That guy that paid $9,000 for his shoes. Mm-hmm. He's a CEO of a Russian company. Why
am I not shocked?
Right. I saw that this morning, and I was like, wait a second. All roads lead to Russia, right? How is that possible?
Because
how is it possible that everything is connected?
Because I do believe that he's drained a lot of money from his supporters here in the States, right? I don't think they have it like that anymore. Even though they're thriving under Biden, they don't have it like that. And the only way for him to get the money from Russia is to create these businesses, right? You know how
Russia, if you're listening. He really made that. He really made that very clear.
Yeah.
And honestly, are we sure this is a knockoff? I mean, is this real gold? Everything. It seems like everything that he makes is not actually a real thing, right?
No, not at all. This is nothing about Donald Trump is real except for the crimes.
That's correct. Yes,
Right?
that is true, sir. Yes. Also, how do my new earbuds sound? Do they sound good?
Your earbuds or your mic?
Because that's what I'm using.
Oh,
Well, they're in my
can
mic.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
it seems loud in a way, right? It's not as clear as it normally was, I should say.
oh, okay. Well, because I also got this microphone off a TikTok shop. It like goes on your lapel.
Oh,
And I got to
really?
tell you, it's a pretty good deal. Yeah, except I can't find the bass right now. I was going to try it out, but I couldn't find it fast enough to
Oh,
try it out.
see, now I can hear you good. It's not as much background noise.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah, that
I
might
don't.
have been my fault.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
Other
no.
than that, I hear you. I hear you real good.
But yeah, I mean, the reality here is that we have a man who, they are assassinating. I don't know if I can say that word, but for Fannie Willis,
Yeah,
right? Her
yeah,
her character is being scrutinized, but you've got plenty of people who had weird funneled money through Harlan Crow and things like that on our Supreme Court, and there was no testimony
right.
that was given for any of that.
Tell them.
So I just think it's very hypocritical. They're kind of doing to Fani what they did to Bill Clinton in a way,
Yeah.
because what they are doing is they're trying to get her. They got Bill Clinton under perjury, but they got him for a lie that was unrelated to anything that he was discussing. They were asking him about his personal life, and apparently he lied about something related to his personal life, and then they went after him.
Wow.
And I think that's what they're going to do with her too. They're going to find something, and I heard my bell.
All
I should
right.
probably let the other people go. Appreciate you having me up. I'm trying to feel better, but
All right. Yeah. Get
appreciate
better.
it.
Drink some tea. Take some vitamin C, and get a lot of rest, my good friend. All right.
Yes, sir. All right.
All
Bye
right.
now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Z-Pac. Yeah, there definitely is something going around, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But you know what we do? We continue to, we'll try our best, to tell the truth and shame the devil, all right? Let's bring up our next panelist. Oh my goodness. Who do we got? Good morning, Patrice. How are you doing this morning? How are you?
Okay. Hey, I'm fine.
Hi.
I'm
Welcome.
I'm kind of got a little under the weather.
Oh,
When I
you're
went
under the
to
weather
shoot,
too.
yeah, I'm like I just
Jeez.
got a cold right now. No, I just had to. Who in their right mind would pay $399 for the ugliest pair of shoes I ever seen in my life?
Mm. Mm. Well, you said something, right? In they right mind. Right? You see this Hammer Time in the audience? She's not in her right mind. Hammer Time are you okay, Hammer Time? Seriously, I'm concerned. I really am. I mean, good morning, Shay. Do you think his supporters realize that he's just grifting them? Do you think they understand this, or do you really think they
They
believe they're
can't.
helping? Huh?
They can't. I don't think they
Mm.
do.
So they
I
still
don't think.
think they still think they're helping him, right?
No, yes, they coming after my president again. I gotta go out there and help him. We gotta
Mm.
buy those shoes. They
Mm.
might not have nothing to eat tomorrow.
And that's the other side of this, right? How do you say you can't afford anything, right? You hear them crying they can't buy eggs and they can't pay for bread, but then you see the number of people who've donated to the GoFundMe. You see the shoes selling out. Hammer Time, Hammer Time. You wanna come up here and talk to Zeus about it? You're more than welcome to. I just don't get it. I really
I
don't.
know it's ridiculous. I can't believe that half the country is just. I mean, I guess Hillary Clinton was right. They're a
Yeah.
bunch of deplorables.
Mm. Yeah. They
A
they
bunch
and
of,
they and they and they need to be deprogrammed, right?
yep.
Yeah. Your life wasn't better under Trump, Hammer Time. I promise you it wasn't. All right. All right. Yeah, and so yeah, they're saying the shoes sold out, but my opinion about it is Donald Trump needed some money fast, and the best way to do it is to create a business that you can basically wash money through, right? The shoes thing, right?
And especially if the Chinese are making the shoes, he
Yeah.
probably getting them from China. He probably getting them from China.
So is it acceptable for him to get money from China now? Is that what you're saying, Patrice? I don't
Don't
know.
hit me a far away. Don't hit me a far away.
Yeah,
Might not
no.
be acceptable when it never stopped it before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I guess this is where I'm at with it. At this point, I just wish Donald Trump would he should start making big ticket items, right? Like, like I said earlier, maybe start selling washing machines, right? Sell them for like $3,000 a pop. Start offering lines of credit to his supporters, right? He should just go all out with it because he already knows he's a criminal.
Uh,
He knows he's a fraud. Let's just go all the way to the
uh-huh.
end with this.
Now I saw this morning, but I hate to do it. I was quick to say it, but somebody said that they picked up his jet.
Oh, they picked this
For
jet up?
they pick up the jet for collateral. So I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't been able to confirm it yet.
Yeah, I would imagine that would have been on the news if
I know.
that
So I don't know
Trump.
if it's true.
But they definitely that to me in Mar-a-Lago, those things right now, they need to be set aside
Uh-huh.
and closely monitored. All
Uh-huh.
right, all right. Like I said, they're lucky it's not me. They're lucky it's not me because I'd have took it right after he got out of court.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep looking up that one to see if it's true.
Okay, all right. If you
Okay.
find out, let me know. All right.
Okay, I will. Okay,
All
bye
right,
bye.
all right. Thank you so much. All
Okay.
right. All right. Hammer time. Did you want to talk to Zeus? Hammer time. All right. Listen. I don't bite. All right. I'm a very nice person. All right. Thank you so much, Patrice. Hammer time. Please come on up here and explain to Zeus. Where did my comments go? Yes, my comments disappeared, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one second. All right. Sometimes that does go down. All right. Especially, excuse me. Especially when the MAGA demon is running rampant. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yes. Are we almost at 100K? Are we almost at 100K, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Let's keep on tapping and keep on sharing. All right, because guess what? Sharing is caring. All right. Thank you, Rick. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Where did Hammer Time go? Hammer Time, did you want to send Zeus a request? Oh no, you're hiding. All right, I get it. All right, let's go. What do you got for us this bright and early?
Good morning, handsome. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thank you so much. All right. Just another day in the kingdom, and we're tending to the affairs as usual.
Yes, I know it's been a while. I try to hang out in the comments when I'm at work, but it's President's Day and I am off.
Oh,
So I get to
good.
talk to the most handsome, the most humble, and
Thank you. Thank you so much. I
and the
really
most
do.
honest.
Thank you so much. I mean, we're here once again, getting the truth out, right? And the Trump supporters, they're terrified. They don't want to get in and talk to us this morning. What do you think is going on?
Well, first, I think Nutty is feeling a little jealous because I said that you was the most handsome, the most honest. And
Oh, well,
I'm sorry,
Nutty,
Nutty.
jealousy is a sign of weakness, bro. What's up, DJ? Jealousy is a sign of weakness, Nutty. Cut it out.
But you know what? It's so funny about those sneakers. I wonder who's gonna let them know that even though Trump is selling those sneakers,
Mm-hmm.
he's never gonna see a dime of that money.
Oh.
Because and this is my opinion, because he owes so much money in all his lawsuits. He thought that he can make up a little business on the side to try to recoup some money.
Mm.
And they're going to take that money, even though he tried to push it under somebody else's name, as if
Yeah.
he think that nobody thought he would do something that is so predictable.
Mm. Right.
So he's not going to see a dime of that money. And for all those people that spent the $399 and whatever for those ugly behind shoes
Yeah.
and that smelly behind perfume and cologne, um, you can't complain about inflation. You can't complain about gas. You can't complain about eggs. You can't complain about how you can't afford to scratch your tail You can't do
Don't.
anything if you're spending all that money on them ugly behind shoes.
Yep. No more crying. Like I said, I'm not here coddling these Trump supporters. No, I won't be. I won't be satisfied until all of them go broke, and I mean dirt broke.
Yeah.
I want these Trump supporters so broke that they gotta ask their mom if they can borrow some sugar. Right? That's how broke we want them to be. Right?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, for the 10 truckers that's refusing to go to New York, that's fine. We don't need y'all. Y'all can stay there.
No, you don't. Hammer time. Cut it out. Thank you, Bama. Yeah.
Oh, they made it seem that one little person crying in his truck, thinking, when I spoke to 10 people, okay, it's gonna be them 10 people that's talking about how they not coming to New York.
Right.
There's still trucks coming.
And let's real quickly. So if you don't deliver the goods to the people in New York, that means those people in New York suffer, correct?
Allegedly, yes.
Yeah. So it's pretty much a house dividing itself. So you're not going to feed your own because Donald Trump got a judgment against him. Something's wrong with their
You
minds.
can't make that make sense.
You can't
But
fix stupid like they say, right?
no, but that was my time.
All
Stay
right.
humble, stay honest, and stay handsome.
Thank you. I will and I shall. Thank you so much, Brooklyn Kitty. I really do appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we got a couple of friendly or new faces. All right, I think so. Good morning. Who do we got right here? Who is this right here? Din. Greetings. How are you doing? Are you able to connect, or is this the MAGA Wi-Fi situation right here, ladies and gentlemen? Denbis, greetings. I guess you're having a connection issue, so what we'll do is we'll drop you. All right, how do we drop this? Stop me if you heard this one before. Here we go. Nope. How do I drop you? Okay, I see. I see right here. There we go. Sorry. Uh-oh. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got somebody else. All right. Sunrise. Good morning, Sunrise. How are you doing?
Hi, good morning, handsome.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well.
Well, is this your first time in the box?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right. Well, listen, you know how this goes, and then I'll give you your 3 minutes. I got some questions to ask you, and how you answer them it determines your fate. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First question. Do you think President Biden stole the 2020 election?
Of course.
Oh, you think he stole it?
No, I mean, no, it was
Oh.
it was legitimate.
Oh, okay. I was going this way with you for a quick second. All right. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Donald J. Trump.
Let's go. You see that, Jimmy? MAGA, these are the correct answers. All right. Next and final question. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
Absolutely not.
Let's go. So far, so good. All right. Well, listen, what brings you to the show this bright and early in the morning?
So I visited a live that you were in with with a friend of yours yesterday.
Is it the
And it
Snuggles
was-
guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And there was a young lady that was in the live claiming that Trump was not booed at SneakerCon. Right?
Would you like to speak on that and clear that up? Because you know how Snuggles is. By the way, there's a 1-week ban on Snuggles in this kingdom. He can sit here, but he won't be in the boxes for an entire week. So feel free to speak your mind.
Well, I'm in Philadelphia. Okay?
Yeah.
I think that she forgets that there were people that were actually in the convention center that may be in that may have been in that live.
Oh.
That may have heard the boos.
Oh.
Again, I'm in Philadelphia.
So you were there.
Allegedly.
Oh. Okay, listen, I get it. So would you
But yes,
was
yes,
he
and
was
some
he
family
booed off
members of-
stage?
And some family members of mine were there also. He was booed. Let's think about this. It's common sense. Philadelphia is a blue city. We not turned because PA is generally blue, but North PA is very red. But if you think about the 2020 election, you think about the states who turned it over for us. PA, specifically Philadelphia,
Right.
made sure that we had Pennsylvania. When it was called for Biden, we were in downtown Center City dancing in the streets. Don't tell me he did not come here and get booed. I know my city.
Bingo. Tell them Sunrise. And why do you think they don't want to admit that Donald Trump is getting booed all over this country? What do you think it is?
I think that I honestly think that they want Trump for I think we've come a long way from our president being a president and being presidential. They want entertainment. They want entertainment to the detriment of our country.
Bingo.
They rather someone up there that acts like a hoodlum, like a thug, like they want to clean certain demographics to be.
Get them, Sunrise. Tell them.
And that entertains them.
So they don't want nobody up there to really do the job. They want to be entertained. They want to be entertained on their way to hell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Typical.
They're the people at the lunch table in high school that had no friends that want to be accepted, and he presents them being accepted.
But we all know what he is.
Exactly.
He's a modern day loser, right? He's the biggest loser in American history, right? They say there's a list of presidents that came out. He's at the bottom. Can you?
Absolutely.
He was born a loser and
Absolutely.
he'll die a loser. Sunrise.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that young lady because I couldn't get at her yesterday because I didn't have enough followers to get in the box. But she's a liar.
You're a liar.
She knows exactly who she is.
Exactly. Well, thank you,
You
Sunrise.
you know exactly who she is too.
Yeah. I know. Probably one of those Russian bears that supposedly was on vacation, but every time I'm in a live, the Russian bear seems to be able to get in the box. You're not on vacation. I know what you did. You kidnapped somebody. You had a hostage situation on your hands.
And Gia in the comments, come to Philly. I'll tell you what there is to be proud of.
Come
see me.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Zeus.
All right, you too. Thank you so much, Sunrise.
Bye.
Let's go. Give Sunrise a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake. These Trump supporters are scared, and they're trying to hide their fear. They're trying to hide their fear with insults, right? People who are afraid, they default to insults and vulgar language. And I look forward to hearing it every time I get in the box and go live. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see. We're gonna do something different. But I see all of you. All right. Good morning. Who is this? Good morning. How are you?
What's up?
All right. How do you pronounce your name?
I go by Lex.
Lex. All right.
Up there.
All right, Lex. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is our first time doing business, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have a lot of mutuals. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I got to ask you some questions, and I guess how you answer them determines your fate. All right, champ?
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. First question. Do you think President Biden stole the 2020 election?
No.
All right. Next question. Who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani.
Wow. And last and final
Taylor Green. I'll keep going.
I love it. Last and final question. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
No.
Oh, let's go, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. All right, now what brings you to the show this bright and early, my good friend?
Okay, I'm gonna fly through a couple of things. Okay, number one, that stupid truckers thing that they're doing in New York. If
Yeah.
you don't if you don't deliver the goods that you're assigned to as a truck driver, they will terminate your contract, so it won't be no Christmas for you there. And they'll just get somebody else to bring the stuff. New York will be fine without them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Second part is as them pushing the Christo-fascist ideology into the MAGA and the Republican Party is a gigantic failure because this country was founded on separation of church and state.
Bingo. Yeah.
And number three,
let's go.
Trump didn't give money to historic black colleges. He cut it to approximately $89 per student. And as Dr. Lex Lucchese, the founder of a school at a historic black college, I will be able to tell you that if you ask me.
Wow.
So next time, don't pitch that lie on us, because we're not buying it. Nobody's buying it.
Well, so okay, I love this conversation. So, why do you think the narrative out there, especially in our community, is as it is, where some of our folks are out here openly saying Donald Trump, we want Trump as opposed to Biden because they think Trump did more for blacks. Why do you think that narrative is out here?
If you see a raccoon out in the daytime, it has rabies.
Coming in hot, bright and early. Oh.
Hey, it is what it is. I mean, I call things how I see them. I'm close with OG, Straight Facts, and Wakanda, and everybody.
Okay. The heavy hitters. Let me go ahead.
Yeah. So we discuss a lot of things that are important.
Yeah.
And when I see people from what, I've been going through lives and listening to people.
Right.
And I noticed I was on one this morning where this person was talking about people should vote for Trump, and he said he helped me get out of prison after I got felonies.
Okay.
And I'm like, you can't vote. So I mean, why are you on here pushing the narrative? Because he let you off?
Right. I mean, they when we asked them, okay, what did he do for blacks? They love to point out this whole thing about him helping folks that were in prison. But I'm like, a majority of us ain't in that situation, right? A lot of us got things going on. What else is he doing? And like you said, they want to point to the funding to the HBCUs, but Biden is actually, as far as I'm concerned, he's actually contributed more to them, right?
$7.4 billion. Whenever Trump was going to give each student in every historic black college $89 a year. $89 a year.
Right.
From Trump for every single school. Now, I said this morning, there were some colleges around the one that where I work and deal with that couldn't even afford to get the socks and things like that for their athletic teams.
Yeah. Well,
and that was. Go ahead.
No. I wanted to ask, what discipline do you teach at your university?
I created a school of music education and industry education.
Oh wow!
At a college in North Carolina.
Oh,
we
wow.
also take in black kids and kids that cycle out of foster care and put them in a dorm and get them a job where they can get a 4-year education to become productive members of society.
Wow!
And I'm doing it with Adrian Miller and Bill Summers, Quincy Jones, and a whole bunch of other people.
Wow! I mean, and how long have you been doing this? I don't know about it, but I'm curious about it because as much as this show is about entertainment and all of that, whenever you can plug things that I think help the American people, we should. So I don't mind.
Well, I mean, you see, I have, you can just see 3 of these on my wall back here.
Yeah, I see them.
Okay.
I see them. You crushing it.
I was on. Are you familiar with the album T.I. versus Tip from
Yes.
T.I.?
Yeah.
Show It To Me featuring Nelly.
Yeah.
And the piano opens up in front of it.
Yeah.
I co-produced that. That's me playing the piano. That's me on the piano.
Wow.
And then I did the first Cocaine Cowboy for Gucci Mane. I did Don't Change for Rick Ross. I produced the Outlaws, Tupac's group. I worked with Gorilla Zoe, all kinds of different people.
Oh
But
my good.
I took that and I turned it around, and I decided to go out and help our culture as far as getting education and getting bachelors and going out and being productive members of society is basically
Thank
what I'm
you.
doing.
Well, listen, you have, I mean, you definitely are a blessing in so many levels because, a lot of the folks in our community are definitely into the music and the hip hop scene. So the fact that you're able to leverage that and give back the way that you're doing, my hat goes off to you, brother, and I appreciate it. All right. I mean, and please don't be a stranger. Keep on coming back and bringing the truth to the kingdom.
Yeah, they're trying to get me to play. They've heard me play piano on here before, so they're trying to.
You want to play some? You want to play some?
I would have to set it up. I got my studio system turned on. I'm getting ready to go out the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's get together and talk. There's some stuff that we should all try to do together. I can utilize the facilities. At the school I deal with, and I don't just blast it out here on here because there's idiots on here that think Trump is Jesus, and they're buying those gold Maypop shoes from Temu, and the last thing I will say.
Oh my God.
The last thing, and I'll leave. When the hell did Donald Trump play basketball?
Oh, I've never seen him do it. So you know who he was going for when he made them shoes.
What was that movie that Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes was in the early 90s?
The white men can't jump.
I'll let you say it. Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Lucchese, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause. Listen. An entrepreneur, a legend in the community himself right here has joined the kingdom and brought nothing but love and cheer and information. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to follow him, all right? We hope to hear from you again, my brother. Seriously.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of your lives. I enjoy them, and you just keep doing what you're doing. You're representing us well.
Well, thank you so much. All right, listen, you're on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast, and you can see that, ladies and gentlemen, the love is real.
Are you in LA?
No, I'm in the Bay. I'm in the Bay Area.
I know. I'm signed to Empire. Empire's based in San Francisco.
Oh, what? Maybe we need to.
Ghazi and all them over there.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm signed to that label right now.
Well, listen, we might need to connect offline, my brother, and get these streets flooded with some kingdom music.
All right, get at me.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you see right here, history in the making. You never know what can happen on these TikTok streets. All right.
Hey, I'm hard on them tracks now.
Oh, well, listen.
I'm a producer.
Listen.
I see you. I see what you're doing.
All right. Let's do something then for the kingdom, my brother. All right.
Yeah, let's do it. Get at me.
All right, we'll do, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll send you a banger over there.
Oh. All right, brother. I appreciate you. All right, and please come on back. I love to keep up with you and help you out whatever way I can. Seriously.
Word.
All right.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
All right, Lucchese, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause. Listen, no lies detected and a hit maker, a heavy hitter. You can't ask for more these days, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you really can't. Oh my God, I feel like a fan in a way. All right, I do.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I do, my brother.
Don't do that. Just get at me. We'll talk offline, and I'll get you some music over there you can record to. We'll see what happens.
All right. We gonna
bet. No cost.
No. Oh, listen. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, the Lord is giving. The Lord is blessing. All right, my brother.
All right, man.
Peace. I got you. Ladies and gentlemen. All right. Wow, look at that, MAGA. Look at that. In the middle of Black History Month, history is being made right here in the kingdom. All right. Let's bring up. All right. Now this is going to be a special treat. I know you were been waiting for it. Takesha, how are you doing? So sorry to keep you waiting, my good friend.
You're okay, Zeus, because I'm gonna need a couple of extra minutes.
Okay.
I got some things I want to offer, and hold on, I gotta turn my camera on. Hold on, just a second. Just a second. Hey, Zeus.
Hey, let's go, Takesha. See, we ain't hiding behind the camera today. Good morning.
So I received a letter in the mail, and I know it was mailed to the wrong address.
Oh.
Because my name is not Donald.
Oh.
And so, but it came on a shoebox. So I wanted to read this letter that a MAGA wrote to Donald.
Oh.
And then I'm going to tell you what I did
What'd you
because
do?
I wanted to offer help to him.
Okay.
After reading this heartfelt letter.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So the letter says, "My dearest Donald." Okay. I hope this letter finds you in time because I cannot get you off my mind. I wanted to send you my check today, but I could not find a box to mail it away. I also wanted to buy your shoes, but Mom said no way, the light bill is due.
Oh.
I do not care if your cheeks really leak or your manhood is conducive to the size of your feet. I'll surely take you, flaws and all. I'm your bend over Bobby, standing 6 feet tall. My wife has to go, and the kids do too, because I'm making room for you and feel it's my just due. I have to go now. I'm pressed for time, but I'll wait forever for you to be mine. Love, Toothless, and MAGA. Did that not touch your heart, Zeus?
I'm touched in ways you couldn't imagine, Takesha.
Zeus,
I mean,
did that not just touch your heart? So when I heard the hurt and pain in his voice, I called Peter Popoff.
Oh.
For a bottle of the Miracle Spring water. Because I really want, and this is it. This is the Miracle Spring. And so let me set it up for
Stop
you.
laughing out there. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to stop laughing. This is serious. Folks is in crisis. Somebody's in crisis out there. Go ahead.
So listen, this is the Miracle Spring water. I'm selling it, Zeus, for $39.99. You will get up in 2 days and there will be a check in the box if you buy this Miracle Spring water. Now you see the fish in the water, Zeus?
Yeah, yes, I do. And it
You
looks like
remember
the
in
seal's
Bible
broken.
How the Lord got the coins out of the mouth of the fish? When they drink this water, in 2 days, the fish is going to have coins in its mouth in the mailbox, and they'll be able to send Trump money. And then, now this is the last item I have.
Oh.
I copied the leak. Stop, Zeus. Stop laughing.
Here we go.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing.
No.
You gonna make me start talking. Stop laughing.
No.
These are.
Wait a second. Hold on. It's getting out of control over there, Takesha. Please.
These are the Leaky Cheeks 2024. They're platinum. These are for the people that can't afford the Trump shoes. So this is a replica of the Trump shoes. And you got your LC for Leaky Cheeks.
Okay.
And then on the inside of them, Zeus, is
Oh.
a coupon gift certificate for eggs and gas. Because, you know, they say they can't afford it. So they come with a good gift certificate for eggs and gas. But these shoes are marketing $198. So you can save 98 pennies when you buy the platinums. Now, listen, if you can't pay at one time,
Jesus
you
Christ.
can make 12 payments of $39.99.
Oh.
To still equal
to
$3.98.
Wow.
So I want to get on and offer help.
Wow.
MAGA. You know, you
Oh
can
my
get
God.
your Cheeks here, and you can get your Miracle Spring water for the low price that I quoted.
Oh my God.
And
so
that's what I wanted to do today. I was trying to help MAGA out because they really need it. And
Okay.
That was my gift to MAGA today.
You said there's is there a bundle deal? You said there's a bundle?
You can get both of them
Mm.
for the small price of $2,224.
Oh, 2,224. What a number.
It's a deal, Zeus. You're going to wake up, you're going to have a check in the mailbox from the Miracle Spring Water with the fish.
Okay.
And then you're going to be able to work in platinum. Because, you know, to MAGA, platinum is more expensive than gold.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Listen,
this is a bundle.
Now, was the seal broken on that already? The water, is the seal broken on that? Is it come like that, or is it going to be freshly sealed when we get it? I mean, because you know,
we send fresh stuff. Sis.
Okay, all right. Listen. Are there any Trump supporters out there that are willing to make a purchase today? Raise your hand, MAGA. Please send us.
My Cash App is in the bio.
Okay, all right.
You can send all your donations to my Cash App, and I'll send your address, and I'll mail out the Leaky Cheeks 2024 and the Miracle Spring Water.
Okay,
and you should be happy.
All right, and the money that's being made, where exactly did you say it's going again? If you don't mind sharing that, right? Because we want to make sure they understand where their money's going.
Well, Zeus is going to me.
Oh.
I made the shoe.
Okay.
I made the shoe, and I made the call for the spring water. It's coming directly to me.
Okay. So
I don't have legal fees, Zeus.
Okay. No. I wasn't. I mean, listen, we're here to support small business owners as well.
And don't forget, you get a gift certificate for eggs and gas.
Okay. That's a good deal. That is a steal, in my opinion. That's a steal. They can't get that anywhere else on this app. I've never seen. MAGA, anyone out there willing to come up and make a purchase right now? You could actually talk to.
You see how I got love for them, Zeus. Yeah. I'm trying to help them get to where they need to be.
Yeah. Where is Hammer Time at? Is she out there? Jimmy, Snuggles, would y'all like to come up here and meet the CEO of this company?
Come get your stuff.
Yeah. No, you can't use your WIC card. Can they use their WIC card, Takesha?
I don't take WIC.
Okay. What else you got?
I don't take any government cards.
Okay.
I only take bank cards, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay. Okay. There will be no WIC card. No.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to help try to get you some sales today, Takesha. I will.
Thank you so much, Zeus, because I think I put a lot of work into those Leaky Cheeks.
I've never.
Look at them.
Wow, the way you got the L, in the
cheeks.
Yeah, the way you got the L dripping off of the platinum that way. Listen.
And when you put them on, Zeus, guess what? When you walk, they drip.
Oh,
they leak.
Oh, you mean I get to be styling and high siding out here on these haters, on my haters?
And you know when they leak, get what they do? Leave a mark wherever you go.
Oh, wow. I need me. If I had it, I would get me a pair right now.
Now listen, I did make them. In Trump size because you know his feet is conducive to the size, you know.
Yeah.
This is Trump's shoe size.
Okay.
But I do make them bigger.
Oh, you got clickbait size too, because you know clickbait.
Well, I have a smaller size for clickbait because I saw him in some gray jogging pants, and I wanted to tell him never do that again. You have really embarrassed Christian Grey by wearing those gray jogging pants. You just wear orange clickbait because you have no reason to wear gray jogging pants at all.
He really doesn't. All right. Look at that, Takesha. Look at that coming through.
Thank you.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, you make one heck of a shoe, I must say. You make one heck of a shoe, one of the best shoes I've ever seen on this show. All right, and I'll do all I can to help get you some more customers. All right, I really do.
Well, thank you, Zeus. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the gifts, and I appreciate all the love.
All right.
I want you all to have a wonderful day.
Okay.
And don't forget that Leaky Cheeks and Miracle Spring Water on sale, and they also come in a bundle.
Someone asked before I go, I think it was Cece, do they get a discount if they buy more than one? Say they bought one, they want two shoes, do they get a little off the second shoe?
I will give you 8% off.
Oh, okay. Buy them now, and that's only while the show is going.
I got to make my money, Zeus. You know clickbait says welfare, every time I get in the box. So you know
Yeah.
I got to make my money.
Yep. You okay? Listen, and I'm here to help you. All right. Wow. Well, listen, Takesha, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. All right, and I'm gonna help you get those sales. All right.
Thank you, Zeus.
All right. All right.
I'm gone.
What was that? The fire alarm that went off, baby. You didn't set the, look at that. She didn't set the fire alarm off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Them shoes definitely is hot. Oh my God. We about to make a bunch of money, Takesha. All right. I need mines. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Moving along. Oh my God. We got such a wow, what a show this morning. I didn't see any of this coming. Good morning, Brother Swerve. How
Good
you
morning,
doing,
man. You caught me right in the middle of my cash app to
Oh,
there.
you were about to
Dang
send
it.
it to her.
Yeah, it's gonna probably time out by the time we get off here. But that's all right. That's all right. And see, listen, I'm gonna Keisha, if you still listen, honey, DM me your phone number. I like to collaborate with you on the waterproof version of that shoe.
Yeah.
Where all we have to do is wrap it in saran wrap.
Yeah.
And send it out to them because I think they'll buy it.
Yeah.
But Zeus, listen, brother.
That was me. Mm-hmm.
Listen,
Let's go.
It's a Monday.
Yes.
It's a Monday. It's a fun day. Zeus and the fine panel is loose with the truth.
Amen.
Trying to stop MAGA from committing all the sin once again.
Bingo.
So let's bring him that truth. Zeus, I need your help with something, my friend.
Let's do it.
Because Zeus, you know I'm not a very religious man.
All right.
You know that. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not a very religious man.
Right.
But I do believe in a higher power. I do believe when I shuffle off this great plane that I am going to someplace better.
Yes, Lord.
First place I want to go to, I don't know about you, but the first place I want to go to is Rainbow Bridge.
Okay.
So I can see all my beautiful pets again. After that, I want to go and see Jesus.
Oh, Lord. That's
and
good.
say, hey, Jesus, what do you think about all these people who are denying you? Because doesn't it say somewhere in the Bible, thou shalt not have a false god before me?
Hey, sure does.
Isn't that one of the 10 commandments?
Hey, you know it.
And look, we know when the whole thing was going down with the 10 commandments, you know, God probably tried laying like 50 of those things on us, and Moses was like, no, only 10. And that's when Moses was reading through them, you know, proofreading them, saying, well, I don't know who this Trump character is, but that's out.
Yeah.
So I don't understand people how they can call themselves Christians. They deny their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Who, don't get me wrong, I've accepted Jesus Christ into my heart. I did it over 35 years ago.
Right. And we can tell by the way you carry yourself, right? That you're not out here, hiding the word of God in your heart, right? You're out here living and walking and talking the walk, right?
No, and I got no problem saying I'm not a very religious man.
Yeah.
I would never in a million years, no matter how much money you paid me, Zeus, I would never in a million years deny him from my life.
Nope.
But they have completely, Zeus, think about it. They made a gold statue of this man. They had their children baptized in his name.
Wow.
They're pushing Jesus Christ aside, hanging up Trump signs, putting Donald Trump effigies up on the cross where our Lord and Savior died for our sins.
They do.
Now, you tell me, what kind of Christian does some garbage like that?
A fake Christian.
A fake Christian. Yes, sir. Can I get an amen from the
Amen. They wolves in sheep clothing.
And that Zeus is what's been tripping me out. Because that story you read this morning, I read that same story. And I was like, wait a minute, doesn't it say so? You know what? I'm going to check with Zeus tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it says, thou shalt not have any false god before me.
Can't.
And the other thing I wanted to discuss, and I'll try to go through this one really, really quickly.
Let's go.
$355 million. The truckers say they're not going to deliver food to New York. Several companies like RHL, DHL, who runs the trucking company up there for delivery services of not just food, but packages and mail also. They have already said, you refuse to work, you get fired. So MAGA, don't come up on TikTok saying you need thoughts and prayers You need people to donate to your Cash App, and you got a GoFundMe page because you were forced to leave your job.
I'm tired of that lie.
Because I'm not sending you up no thoughts or prayers. I'm not going to even think about you. And I damn sure ain't sending anything to your Cash App or your GoFundMe.
Yep.
Because the whole time y'all out here screaming how broke you are, you out here buying $300 shoes.
Cut it out, Pendleton.
You're out here buying $300 shoes from a man who ain't never once been on a basketball court except to walk across the thing while he was trying to hurry up and get the hell out of someplace. Namely a school. That's the only time that fool been on a basketball court, but y'all buying his basketball shoe. That's going to probably fall right off your doggone feet the second you try to run in them. So good luck with that, MAGA.
Good
But
luck
stop
with
with
it.
the gas prices and the egg price and the cost of groceries. And Zeus, you and I both know these people will never admit to you and I that they have sent him money.
They won't.
Bought these shoes. They will never ever admit it. But these are the same people who complain to us about grocery prices. So listen, brother, I heard my bell.
All right.
I'm gonna jump back up on my treadmill. All my love to the kingdom.
All right.
My
Thank you,
love
Brother
to you
Swerve.
as well, brother. And
Yeah.
keep preaching that good word, and I'm gonna keep preaching it with you, brother.
All right, all right. You too, my good friend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother
Take care,
Swerve.
Zeus.
Happy... No lies detected. Traveler, did you want to come in the box, Traveler, and say something, Pendleton? Did you want to come in the box and say something? Don't just sit in the comment section. You know the drill. Come on in the box, turn on your camera, and reveal yourself to us and explain what has you so disgruntled. Pendleton, what has you so disgruntled? You think MAGA rules? All right, let's see. Let's see. Come on, Pendleton. Let's go. I'm a nice, reasonable person, right? Come up here and explain to Zeus what's really making you uncomfortable these days, right? I mean, I haven't lied about a single thing this morning, right? None of the people that came up have lied. All we've been doing is basically setting you free from your lies. All right. And I sent Pendleton a guest request, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, she doesn't want to come up and back up whatever she's saying in the comment section. All right. So please don't believe anything that these folks are saying. They don't want to come up and turn their camera on and say it, like they like to say, they like to say 10 toes down. These folks know they out here spreading lies and misinformation. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got here? Oh my goodness. Oh, I see it. The beautiful Shay. I haven't seen you all week long, Shay. Good morning.
Hey. How are you?
I am all right. Just another day in the kingdom, doing what we do.
It's been a great show. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's been interesting, right? You never know how these things are gonna go, right?
No, it's been awesome. Takesha, you're hysterical. Oh my God, that was awesome. And then it was cool to meet Lex. That guy is one cool dude.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, you never know.
It's Monday in Black History Month, so I want to do a little more Black History thing, if that's okay with you.
Please educate us all, especially the deranged, unhinged Trump supporters out there who have no clue how how blacks in this country are helping them. They don't even know how the migrants are helping them. But yes, please continue.
Yeah, they don't know a lot. Let's just say that they don't know a lot. But hey, so it is President's Day, so I'm gonna tie in some Black history with our U.S. presidents.
Let's go.
Okay, so as you may or may not know, there were 12 U.S. presidents that were slave owners. 8 of them while holding office. So there were 8 U.S. presidents that literally owned slaves while they were president of the United States. So if you think about the math of the 46 that we have, 12 were slave owners. That means a quarter of the U.S. presidents actually owned slaves. That is our history, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to know it or not. And so when we reflect on this and a couple of different things, both the Adams presidents, John Quincy Adams and John Adams, they were not slave owners. They were the only one pre-Civil War, pre-emancipation that did not own slaves. So
Wow.
I'm going to throw you out that Adams and his son were not slave owners. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Last U.S. president while holding office that owned slaves was Zachary Taylor. He was the last one. The only U.S. president that owned slaves that freed his slaves on his deathbed was George Washington. George Washington was the only one to decree their freedom. And he had hoped that that would set the other U.S. presidents to do the same. But that did not work. In fact, our famous Thomas Jefferson, who has probably one of the most, well, besides him and Andrew Jackson, probably the most of the horrible histories of the slave owning that he did.
Right.
He actually was, when he retired from the presidency, he had a letter that he received from a very prominent slave owner that after reading his wonderful writings about all men created equal and liberty stuff that he wrote about, he said,
Right.
"You have inspired me, sir, to free my slaves."
Wow.
So now that you're not holding office or running for political office any longer, why don't you do the same? Right?
Yeah.
So Thomas Jefferson wrote a 2-page basically letter and responding to him that hell no, he's not going to do such a thing. And then nobody can tell him what to do with his slaves. So that is Thomas Jefferson. So as we think about these things, and we need to know that U.S. Grant that came after the Civil War, he was once a slave owner. And then we got to add in Andrew Johnson, who was the vice president who succeeded. Abraham Lincoln was also a slave owner. So I just kind of wanted to let you know there were a couple that after the Civil War was over had owned slaves prior to being president. So anyway, so as we look at all this and as we reflect on this on Black history, we have to be aware that, yes, that our founding fathers are not men to worship, honor, and just hold in this bright light.
Right.
We have to hold them within the understanding of who they were. They were men of our time. They are not to be revered, but they are also, we have to recognize who they are, what they do as far as in the realm of politics and being the ones that helped to create this nation. We can do that, but we need to look at it not through rose-colored glasses.
I agree.
That's what I always say when we look at history. We don't need to rewrite history. We need to understand what it was. We need to understand what the times were. We need to understand what the populace understood, what the populace did not understand. Most of the populace were not slave owners, nor were they literate. So this was a very unique situation in our country and how it was created. So when you do have, you know, Black historians and people really focusing in on what this country was founded on, which was on white supremacy, that is the truth. The Constitution was not written to include Black people, nor was it written to include women. That just happens.
Yep.
That doesn't, we're not saying that, you know, that progress hasn't happened, but it is important to speak on history as it was and not rewrite history. And so
with
that's
that also,
one
Shay,
thing.
with that, how does that playing out from your understanding in today's times, right? Because a lot of people, you know, you heard them say, it's over, it happened in the past, we are descendants of our aunts. You've heard this, right? And they don't seem to understand the connection to the things that happened in the past to where we are now. So what would you say about that, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I mean, listen, sadly, we see a lot of the fundamental beliefs because as history was taught, whitewashed history for eons, right? Many people just really don't get it. That's why I think that it's important to discuss it, not in a way of saying, woe is me and oh my God, victims and all that. That's not what it is. But it is important because history never actually was taught correctly. It was never actually taught. The real history was never really taught. So it's important if we're going to be living in this mass media world that we live in, there's no excuse for you to be walking around ignorant, right? So it's important that you don't walk around ignorant and that you understand that absolute trauma from those days exists within the Black culture. It's a real thing. And so that you do understand that it's not necessarily that they're making excuses or things like that, that we have to understand it. Once they understand it and you understand it, we can absolutely kind of bind together in a way of understanding and letting people be who they want to be, and understand that that's what it is, and lifting people up versus wanting to hold them down and telling them to ignore their past, telling them to ignore their trauma is not a way to let this go. There's not a way. Just accept it, move on, understand it. Nobody's asking for apologies. Nobody's asking for anything. This is just our history. Learn it. If you're butt puckered over it, that's something that you got to look in the mirror about. I'm sorry, you just do. And nobody's telling our fair-skinned children to feel bad. That's a ridiculous narrative.
Yeah, and you know
all the truth about Black history. They don't feel bad, okay? So it just is important to do that. So that's what I wanted to say, and I just think that that's important. So as we talk about Black history. Yeah.
And enjoy and celebrate it. Well, listen, Shay, thank you so much. All right, I'm pretty. I definitely appreciate the insight, the wisdom, and the knowledge that you share with us. All right, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And I know that the Trump supporters, they learned something, right? Because they didn't go past what, 4th, 8th grade. They didn't learn this stuff. So they definitely I'm speaking for MAGA. They appreciate the free education you gave them. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
It is part of our past, so just acknowledge it, and that's all we're asking.
Yep.
That's it. All right. Thanks, everyone. I gotta get ready for sadly a funeral today and tomorrow. So
all right.
My best friend's mama passed away. I kind of grew up with her. I was a latchkey kid, so I'd go to her house, and her mama would always take care of me, make sure I had something after school to eat. So
well, listen, our condolences with you, Shay. All right.
Thank you. It's gonna be an emotional day, but she's where she wants to be with Jesus, so we're happy.
Amen. Amen.
Christian woman. So anyway, God bless you all and have a wonderful day in the kingdom, guys. So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. No lies detected. Shay, thank you. Whenever these folks get out here and they say, well, no one's still traumatized about the things of the past, I know that they're flat out lying, right? And here's a good example of that. Here we are in 2024, right? The 2020 election has came and gone. Biden won. But yet you still have folks out there, MAGA, who are traumatized about it, right? They can't. These Trump supporters, they still can't believe President Biden beat the brakes off of Donald Trump's, all right? To the point where Donald Trump's head started spinning and he started making up the fact that the election was stolen. And they still haven't gotten over it. They refuse to just comply like they've been telling us. Joe, that's ignorant. You want to talk about it, Joe? Joe, come on in the box, Joe. You want to talk about it? Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let me invite deranged Joe into the box. Joe, I sent you an invitation. Are you going to accept it? You're not going to accept it, right? Because, Joe, you know why? Because you know that the moment you turned your camera on and you started to say that nonsense, you would feel the weight of the world. And you are too terrified to feel that, right? Because you know you're dwelling in lies. You know you're dwelling in delusion. You know you dwell in misinformation. You have not because you ask not, Joe. Sad that you've taken a name like Joe and ruined it and support Donald Trump when you should be supporting Joe Biden. You Trump supporters, I tell you, your time is running out. The end is near. I promise you, MAGA, I promise you, Donald Trump will be convicted and Donald Trump will be sentenced before this year is up. And if you try to launch a civil war, the FBI is waiting for you. All right. I've done some research. They've made extra space in some rural parts of this country to ship you to. All your little plans aren't going to work. You can keep doing these little trucker rallies, whatever you call, baptizing people in the horse trough, wherever you want to do. It ain't going to stop it. Donald Trump is a loser. He was born a loser, and he'll die a loser. And what better place for a loser to die than in prison with his cult following? and you deserve everything that happens. You really do. But what you did on January 6th, as far as I'm concerned, is unforgivable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving it along. I see you, Jess. All right, let's see. I mean, I'm going way past my normal time slot, but we're cooking this morning. Good morning, Miss Boss Diva.
Yes, indeed, Zeus. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your show is magnificent. Shout out Lex.
Lex!
You know, he's my buddy. That's my we've already discovered that absolute gem. He comes and hangs out with us on Straight Facts Live. So,
Wow.
glad to be able to, he, ended up on your live. That was magnificent because, we hang out with him all the time. We know how great he is.
Yeah.
The Takesha girl, that was so freaking creative. I love your vision and where you're going with that, right?
Yeah.
I was just over here cracking up. I mean, I had to get off the floor.
It was, right? It's genius. Yeah. Straight facts.
I really, really love you for that, Takesha. That was funny. We needed that laugh. We've been laughing a lot at MAGA lately. They've been like losing. Like your background says MAGA winning or losing. We all know that they losing, and they know they losing. Right?
They losing.
Everybody knows that, man. Like you said, and you couldn't have put it better before you brought me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was born a loser. He gonna die a loser. He gonna die where he should, in prison. The loser that he is. And that's what's gonna happen. And they gonna all check out because that's gonna end up being reality for them too. So, it is what it is. And I certainly do hope they do have somewhere rural to go throw their behinds on and be, congregated together because they don't need to walk amongst us great, Americans. We are the great Americans.
Yeah.
We are what makes America who she is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not lying.
So at the end of the day, MAGA, you just buckle up, buttercups.
Yep.
Tricky Dicky, you know what I mean? All the rest of your clique and crew. Because at the y'all talking about, we going to have to get ready for Trump being president. Oh, my goodness.
What prison are they talking about? What prison are they talking about? Because they sure ain't talking about the country. They ain't talking about this country. He's going to be a president somewhere.
Trump needs to be locked under the jail, to be honest with you. And he should have been there a long time ago, to be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be in these predicaments looking all crazy on the world stage, to be honest with you now, trying to get Fonnie, trying to get, go after Letitia James and, call Engeron a fraud and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, y'all still gonna try to raise that money with GoFundMe, right?
Yeah.
How's that going for you, MAGA? Y'all probably gonna it's gonna take you another 20, 30 years before you get to that. He gonna be long gone by then. Trust and believe. Y'all still gonna try to be paying off his bill, and he gonna be long gone. Generations of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nobody's
weird.
detected.
When you really think about it, look at how much money that is.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money.
Tell them.
They got me money.
Tell them, Miss Boss Diva.
And as a result of that, right? As a result, this is what you gonna get. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There you go. There you go.
I'm done.
Sliding down the pole, baby. Sliding down the pole.
Lord have mercy. You didn't got somebody excited out there. You didn't got clickbait all worked up now, Miss Boss Diva. Send them the money right now.
Yeah,
wow.
send that money, y'all, because, that's what he got. He resorting to stuff like this, you know what I mean? It's really going to be bad. It's going to be really bad in prison. I don't think they got poles in prison, so, he just going to have to just bend it on over.
Lord have mercy. Listen. It's getting wild out here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you got to have a lot of upper body strength to do that. I guess he's got that from, eating all those cheeseburgers and drinking those Cokes, huh? I guess he's in shape.
Yeah, the cheeseburgers, as you can see, went down to, his thighs and the cellulite and whatnot. That's where the cheeseburgers at.
Jesus
he had to take his diaper off for this one, you know what I mean? So
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Take the picture before you start leaking. But yeah,
that's
crazy.
a nasty poll. You got to wipe that poll like 100 times before you follow up that action. Wow. Nasty.
Yeah, wipe it with some Vaseline so you can slide down faster.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
I thought this
God.
was hilarious. You know, I wanted to add to the comedy
Thank
because
you.
you know.
Yeah, no. We need this. Very presidential of him.
Keisha, girl, you kicked that off. Man, my stomach was hurting for a good 20 minutes. I mean, it's been wild. I'm glad you brought me up a lot later because I was trying to recover.
Right? I mean, she took the cake.
She brought out that shoe, and I just hit the floor.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's how it really felt, you know. Like it's funny, like when he brought out the shoe, I can see why he got booed. And the young lady came up and said she from Philly, she was there, she heard the boos. I'm like, wow. I wish I was there to hear the boos because I sure would have been.
Oh, we would have carried on if we would have been there. I'd have went on stage and laughed. I'd have said, man, step aside, let me go ahead and laugh. Now, did you really bring these clown shoes up in here? and think folks was gonna go, wow, that's better than all the other shoes we didn't collect. Wow. Jesus Christ. You Trump supporters are special. They
really are.
I mean, he must really think y'all ain't that bright to think he could pull it off. I mean, you got to be real brazen. There's a lot of sneaker
laughing. Oh my God, I've been laughing since the verdict came down with all the money. You know what I mean? They got the money from him.
Yeah,
I've been laughing at Trump supporters ever since. But oh my God, I can't no more, man. I just can't with you Trump supporters. I swear. Right? But yeah, much love to you, Zeus. I know I heard about Bill, but hella people want to come up. I'm quite sure. But yeah, it's fire. I love your show today. It's really
right. It's been a great show this morning. I must say, I'm definitely impressed. All right, and you all have made it happen. All right. Well, listen, thank you, Miss Boss
I love
Diva.
you, Zeus.
Love
Take
you
care.
Too. All right.
See you later, baby.
Later, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Boss Diva. No lies detected. Retribution. I saw your comment. You said it's sad. This is what he said. It's sad when we're not talking about the policies. We're talking about the personality. You're darn right it is. And guess what, Retribution? Those Trump supporters and MAGA made it this way. If they wanted to talk policy, you know what would happen, right? They'd lose that conversation because there's no policy with Donald Trump. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go straight to where it's at now, which is we're gonna talk about the personality. We're gonna talk about this guy. All right. And if you don't like the image of Donald Trump that we're sharing with you, that should tell you something because we're not making this stuff up. Donald Trump is going through every single thing we're saying he's going through, and he's doing every single thing we're saying he's doing. All right. We're not making a single thing up. No lies being detected. All right. Good morning, Jess. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me up, Zeus.
Good morning. How are you?
So I wanted to point out something. You were just talking about it. So I have a question. Has retribution requested in your box?
No.
What a lying ass candy butt mother bleep in the comments.
What?
He said he requested up and you won't let him up.
That's a lie from the pits of hell. If he sends a guest request,
and you know what's funny is he said something to Ange.
What did he say?
He said something about people being pathetic and like race baiting or talking about personalities, this, that, and the other. But he spends all of his free time making videos that are heavily edited. He probably spent a good hour on his videos and gonna complain about us talking crap in a live. I need to remind
Retribution.
everyone.
Cut it out.
You do realize you can hit the multi-guest request button instead of being invited up.
Yeah.
I saw that comment fly by. Anyways, I have an impression for everyone today. I wanted to show off because Takesha got me all feeling silly.
Yeah.
You saw it this weekend.
Go for it.
So I got to get my camera right in my face like he does it. Hold on.
Retribution, send a guest request and quit crying. Oh, Lord, is that Snuggles?
What's 91 minus 91, Zeus? Where's my steak sandwich, Zeus? All right.
Oh, sorry. Lord have mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, these are real characters out here on the app. We're not making up these personalities. These are real characters on TikTok. You wouldn't believe it unless we showed you this. This is what they do. And the way you were in the camera like that, you really did make me feel like Snuggles, right?
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the weight. Yeah. He's a struggler.
He's a struggler. No, but in all honesty, all jokes aside,
get him.
Both sides are not the same. We are not the same because check it out. We make jokes like this. You might think we're bullies and we talk a little bit of crap, whatever. But guess what? At the end of the day, guess who cares about human rights, children eating, and all Americans, not just the ones that you agree with.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, tell them.
That's all I really wanted to say because it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the fakery. It's the hypocrisy. It's the both sides argument is just intellectually lazy.
Yep.
And that is it. It's intellectually lazy. Do more research. Read a freaking book. Anything. Also, Zeus does not race bait. Shay was not race baiting. Talking about history is accurate and it should be talked about. And with that, I am done.
Tell them, Jess. Who was saying that Zeus was race baiting? Was it trash bait? Was it retribution? Like I said, if you call what I'm doing race baiting, then guess what? I'm a race baiting tycoon. All right, go ahead, put that on a shirt. Do that in a video, Retribution. All right, get it like this, Retribution. Make sure you get my good side when you make the, this guy Retribution. I think this is a guy, right? Make sure you get my good side, Retribution, when you make those videos about Zeus. All right. I would hate for you to cheat your fans of an opportunity to really witness greatness. All right. Now let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see. Yeah, I was trying to. Okay, I sent you a guest request, ladies and gentlemen. I just sent Retribution a guest request. Let's see. Let's give him some time to join. Retribution, can you come on up, champ, and introduce yourself to all your friends and family out here, your fans, Retribution? You know me. You know I don't bite. I'm one of the nicest people on this app. Retribution, are you coming on up? Anyone seen Retribution since I sent? Oh, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. All right. Welcome to the show, Retribution. How are you? Retribution.
I'm okay.
All right. Can I ask you actually, let's do it. Let me ask you the questions that matter so the folks out here who don't know you can get to know you. Fair enough?
Zeus, I don't have time for your nonsense. Just get to the show.
Okay, first question. Would you say that President Biden stole the 2020 election?
Bait questions? Get to the main question.
So you're not going to answer that one?
No, I'm not going to answer your stupid question. Just get to the... Come on, man.
Okay.
You're baiting me.
How am I baiting you?
If I say what I want to say,
well,
then
say
I get
it.
banned.
No.
Then I get banned.
Well, say it.
Tactics.
No, say it. I don't run TikTok.
This is your tactics.
I don't run TikTok.
This is your tactics.
I don't run TikTok. Don't you believe
this is
that?
Not politics, Zeus.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
What is it then?
This is childish antics. You're a man child.
What makes what I do childish in your opinion?
Because you just literally tried to bait me into a ban. You do this multiple times. I've been watching you for a while.
How all I'm
you
doing
are
is
gum on my shoe, kid.
All I'm doing
gum on my shoe.
All I'm doing is asking you questions, Retribution.
No, you're not, dude. You're baiting me into a ban.
No, okay, let me ask you.
You're baiting me into a ban.
Who was responsible for the January 6th attack then? Is that race baiting?
No.
Oh, okay then. Okay, so who was
You asked me a
responsible for
simple
the
question.
attack?
Let's get down to it. Why wasn't anybody charged?
There are people. Don't you see the
no,
show
no,
that
no,
I
no,
cover?
no,
There's been a lot of people that
Nobody
have been
was charged.
sentenced.
Nobody
There's
was
been a
charged.
lot. So why does
Nobody-
Jack Smith have a case against Donald Trump then?
You're talking about indictments. I'm talking about a legitimate charge. Someone who has been sentenced.
Isn't Donald Trump being charged for his conduct on and around
You're
January
talking about
6th?
indictments still, man.
Yeah,
This is one reason
yeah.
I didn't want to join into your live.
Yeah.
This is
And
exactly
guess
what
what?
happened.
Indictments
You're
are
literally-
charges.
This is
Indictments are charges. Retribution. What school did you go to?
This is
seriously
Harvard. This is. Yeah, you can laugh all you want, kid. Mental gymnastics.
What?
That's what you.
What year did you go to Harvard in? What year? Did you go there when you were dropping off some food or something? Is that what you were saying? Because I refuse to believe you actually graduated from Harvard.
That's not me in the picture. That's not me in the. That's.
Oh, that's not you in the picture. Well, turn your camera on.
No,
turn
that's
your
not me in the
camera
picture.
on.
I generated that guy with using AI.
Well.
See, I'm gonna disappear from the scene because I never. Really
Wow, I
anything
thought
to do
that
with-
was you.
And when I make my
Retribution.
point, I'm
What's your
gonna
point?
disappear.
Okay, what's your point? Listen.
Well, I'm targeting the most influenced, and you know what? To be honest, you're boring compared to some of these other people.
Okay, right. So what else?
Do you actually need any more?
Yeah. Because you said this is not you in the picture. So you're okay putting up somebody else's picture and
This
using
is
that as your
a
profile?
generated picture by using AI, man. Come on.
Well, listen. Okay, I guess you don't have enough followers to turn your camera on, right? But would you say you look better than that picture, or you look worse?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
So
Which
much
one is
more
it?
better. So much more better.
Well, listen. I got to give it to you, Retribution. You did get in the box and do something I didn't think that you would do. All right,
What makes you think I was never going to get in the box?
Well, a lot of people talk. I mean, you know how your kind is. You know
Kind?
exactly. Yeah,
You
your
realize
kind.
before this even started, I was independent. I decided to go towards this side because actually, to be honest, I'm more of a. That's what my name means. I'm both Republican and Democrat. Well, you could laugh all you want, dude. And that's the thing. You people like you tell me what I can, but dude, you're beneath me. You're underneath me. You're literally a influencer on a shitty ass app.
Now keep it clean, Retribution. You were doing fine, all right. You were keeping.
Hey
listen,
man, if shit is a bad word,
I got it. Listen, you do it one more time, Retribution. I'm gonna have to send you back to the pits of hell where you came from. All right.
Poor cupcake. You can't handle a little. Oh my
God. I just want you to show that you can control that MAGA demon. Can you
There is no
control it?
MAGA demon here, dude.
Well, is it Donald Trump the one saying
I
that
have
he
done
is our
more in my life than you can ever possibly think of.
Didn't
And I have
Donald-
done it to
wait a
people
second.
Who are strangers? You ever give any money away, man? You ever put yourself at risk for another human being?
Oh. Didn't Donald Trump say he is your retribution?
I had retribution as a name on here before he even said that. So.
Oh. Well, I can't prove that.
Well, of course you can. But
so I'm
that's
gonna
what it
have to
is.
go. I'm
You
gonna
gotta
have to
take my
go.
word
I'm gonna
for it.
go. I'm gonna have to go with what I actually think. Then I think you
yeah,
called
well,
yourself retribution
The
as a
left
tribute to
does that a
Donald
lot.
Trump.
Hey, the left does that a lot. So go ahead.
Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, you've been lying ever since you've met me. All right, you know
How's
that, right?
that?
Yeah,
How's
because like I said, I've asked you some questions, and instead of answering them, you've accused me of some nasty things. You said you've gone to Harvard. We know you haven't gone there except for probably to drop off some DoorDash food. Sure. So, and then you got this picture.
So
and
I
then
guess
you
I
told
don't-
us, and then
I
you
guess
said,
I
"This
don't
isn't
work-
you.
Hey,
This
I guess
isn't
I
you."
don't work. I guess I don't work at Johnson Space Center here in Texas.
No, you don't.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Sure.
All right. Now, I gotta move it on.
Move it on, man.
Nasty retribution, and you stick to being the gum on the bottom of my shoe,
Hey,
like you promised me. All
We
right.
should really have a real debate, though. My format.
No.
Yeah. We should have a real because I still got to get Dubs, and Dubs is hiding from me. But we're gonna have a real debate, man.
Is Dubs here? You want to talk to Dubs? If he's here, we can do this right
Dubs,
now.
yeah, get Dubs in there. I love
Dubs.
to talk to Dubs right now. I love to talk to Dubs right now.
Okay, let's see. I don't see Dubs. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Retribution. We'll work on getting you and Dubs an opportunity to have it out. But I'll
Just
say
get him
this:
to unblock me. Just get him to unblock me.
I can't tell another person what to do with their
Just
platform.
tell him I said, "Hey, unblock me." That's it's simple as that, man.
No, he can hear you if he wants to. He can do that. I'll say this: the reason I don't like to really do what they call a debate, right? Because in theory or in general, the person the person who wins the debate should be able to be the one that actually presents the facts, right?
No,
right.
That's not how a debate works, man. Not back in 2010.
Okay, so how does it work? How does it work according to you? Maybe this is the part.
Whoever can provide the most legitimate information. Now, if you are,
does it have to be true though?
It has to be 100% true.
Like if me and you were to debate, if I were to debate with you, I think I could do it way better than you, especially if we had to go off of just simply making it up. Is it okay if I make up the answers and debate you, and if I can make it up and it sounds good, then I win?
Provide sources. You're gonna have to provide sources.
So then you're going back to what I said. It has to be based on the facts.
Yes,
I said that. Retribution.
I'm talking about an old
why is
format
it okay?
that's not used anymore. You guys use toxic politics. I don't like toxic politics.
What are toxic politics? Facts are facts.
Focusing on the opposition and not the actual.
Okay, so let's do a mock debate, right? Let's just say we had a debate about January 6th, right? And I got on stage and I said, Donald Trump is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. Here's my proof. What would be a response to that? That you think could somehow mean you would come out victorious?
Because, okay, first of all, this whole nonsense asking someone about January 6th, it's not a debate. I need policies. I need you to explain way more than what you're explaining. This childish game that you guys use to insult each other, it's not working on me.
But you see what you just did. You see what you just did, right? This is why I don't debate. You're right. Because I have facts to back up what I'm saying.
No, you don't.
You don't have any.
I have tons. I provide them. I provide them in my videos, and I provide them here.
You're worse than Snuggles, to be honest.
No.
Well, show us one of your videos. Pull it up. Show us one of your videos. Turn your camera on right now and do what Snuggles does. Show us a TikTok video.
I have literally 45 seconds before I need to get back to work. So if you want to make this relevant, come on.
Yeah, you should have came ready then.
Well, actually, I
get you, Zeus, but I got to get ready.
I have a real job, Zeus.
No, you don't. You don't. You're using it as an excuse to hide.
TikTok. You're just on TikTok, man.
And where are you? You're on TikTok with me.
Oh, I am, but this is not my job.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. Why are you here?
I have never made any money from TikTok.
I see 35 coins right now.
Okay.
Now what?
Someone just gave that to me. Look, man, I'm not really into these social media platforms.
Oh, here we go. Now you don't understand how TikTok works.
I am not on any other social media platform.
You don't know how TikTok works, but you make videos about me. You make videos about my friends, but you don't know how this works. But you got a job at the Space Center.
Man. I just entered the scene about a year ago.
Please, Retribution, stop. Retribution, stop it.
Tell me who I am.
Stop the lies.
Am I some kind of...
You're a MAGA demon. You're a MAGA demon. Okay, you dwell in delusion. Retribution. You refuse to be honest.
I would rather be a demon than a rat. And that's exactly what the other side is. They're a bunch of rats.
Would you rather be in a jail cell or be free? Which one? Retribution, be honest.
Well, jail does sound kind of fun. I don't get to work.
You gotta work in jail. You gotta work.
Sit around and do nothing. But you know what? Obviously, I've never done anything wrong in my life, so I wouldn't really be put in that position.
Oh, cut it out! You know who else says they never did anything wrong? Your leader.
Leader?
Right? It was a perfect phone call.
Leader?
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Leader.
Your cult leader.
Cult leader?
Yeah, Donald Trump is your cult leader because you're in a cult. That's why you named yourself Retribution.
You guys supported Biden. Come on, literally. Everybody could see what was wrong with Biden. And you're telling us that we're in a cult?
Retribution. You're in a cult, bro. Just admit it. Just admit it. Yeah. Now you get on back to work. Let me ask you a question. Did you buy those sneakers? Did you buy those sneakers?
What's interesting about that cult?
What's
They're
that?
going to be winning here soon. That leader of the cult?
You sound like Snuggles.
He's going to be your president. So let me ask you this before one final question.
You sound like Snuggles.
One final question. What are you going to do when he wins? What are you going to do when he wins?
Oh, listen. If Donald Trump does win, I'll come back on TikTok and I'll issue a public apology, Retribution. I really will.
Okay.
Heartfelt. Now let me ask you a question. What are you going to do when he goes to prison?
Oh, he's not going to. So
see, that's the difference between you and I. You see how I
I'll
was
just get
able
back
to
on. I'll just
I
get
was
back.
able to entertain what you were saying, but you couldn't. Your mind can't really see
I'll just get
Donald
back to
Trump in
my
those
day. I'll just get
handcuffs.
back to my life. That's exactly what I'll do. I had
Oh,
nothing
okay.
to do with politics a year ago. I had nothing to do with politics a year ago.
Trust
Actually,
me.
more like a week ago. Actually.
No, retribution. Cut
I was
it out.
independent a week ago. But
Of
I
course.
chose to be I chose to be all of this because of people like you. I'm
So
so
I got
tired.
power. I got
Manipulating
power over
people.
retribution.
What?
I got power over you. I can make you be retribution.
Oh,
Think
you
about
have no
that.
power over
No,
me.
no,
Dude.
you just said you
Look,
turned into
hey,
retribution because of
come on, man.
Zeus.
Hey, why don't you do us all a favor? Let's see those let's see those guns. Let's see those guns. Let's see those guns.
What
Come on,
guns?
let's show you little noodles, man. You have no power over me. You're smaller. You're a twig, man.
You just
You're a
said
twig.
no. You just said you turned yourself into retribution because of
I
folks
was
like
retribution
Zeus.
before this.
No, you
7
weren't.
days
No,
ago,
no, you
I
no, no,
decided
no,
to go
no.
after
You were. You know who you were.
influencers,
You know
and
who
that
you
is my
were.
plan since then. But see, I've
You
kept
know
it
who
clean.
you were before.
I've kept it clean. I have not attacked I've never once went after you specifically. I went and used comedy to get my point across.
Oh, and the same goes for me.
No.
I'm
I
not
see what
attacking you.
people
I'm
done.
using
They dress
comedy.
you up, and I don't believe in that.
I'm using comedy, retribution.
No, you're
You
not.
could give. You
Calling
don't know
people
how to take a
demons,
joke. You don't know how
lying
to
about
take a
people,
joke.
telling them that they're in cults.
You don't know how to take a joke, retribution. Your skin is so thin.
Comedy, man. That's not comedy.
I'm laughing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of us are laughing.
Oh yeah, I bet a lot of the toxic. That's toxic politics. Man.
What's not funny, retribution?
Toxic
Be
politics,
honest,
man.
Retribution. What's not funny
You're
about what?
catering to the toxic. That's why you're so successful. Everybody in here has.
Now I'm successful. I'm boring. I'm successful. What is it, retribution? Seriously, what's retribution? Let's just be honest. Cut the crap. You hate to see your brother looking as good as me out here doing it, right? That really
here comes the race baiting.
that gets under your skin.
Dude, I don't give a flying crap about your color.
You do.
I don't.
You do. You know what I call
My
you?
parents brought me up to be a specific way, and they taught us not to judge people based on their skin. Come on,
cut it out. Cut it out. What part of the country you said you're in Texas?
Are you one of those types of people that think that I can't experience racism? Do you think white? Can you?
Are you white or are you black?
Oh, I'm white.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you this: Can you have you ever experienced racism, retribution?
Oh, for sure, a lot.
Okay, tell me about some of the moments you experienced racism.
Well, mainly
in your life.
Most of them are on here. When I'm going through a live and someone says, "Oh, you can't experience racism because you're the oppressor." So, I've never oppressed in my entire life.
Okay, let's
unpack that. Topic though.
Let's unpack that retribution. Retribution. Let's unpack that real quick. So, you experienced racism on TikTok, an app that did anyone force you to download this app?
No.
Okay, no one forced you to download the app.
I lost.
No one that. I just want to listen.
I lost the bet, and I had to come
I want to make sure I understand this. You experienced racism on an app that no one told you to download. You downloaded it yourself.
No. I had to download it. It was because of a bet. I lost the bet, and I had to go into politics.
Well, explain the bet that you lost.
Well, it was over some money, and I'm not going to go into detail. I lost it. I came on here. He didn't tell me specifically because he was.
What was the bet about?
Democrat.
What was the bet about? So you've been losing to Democrats for a while. So clearly you've been losing to Democrats for a while. So mental note for retribution.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so retribution, and now you think you're a winner all of a sudden because you're on TikTok
When did I claim I was winning? When did I claim I was winning?
You think Donald Trump's going to win?
Oh, I do know. I know he's going to win.
Okay, so again, and you've already lost to a Democrat, which is why your special behind is on TikTok. Think about that. You're not that brilliant.
I'm not. Okay. Sure.
Okay, yeah. Now, please get on back to whatever you were doing. All right. I don't think you got a job. All right. I think
Dude,
your
you're on
job.
TikTok, man. You can't criticize me, man. You're a influencer on a crappy ass app. Right.
A crappy app you're on that you lost a bet to.
Yeah.
Because you lost a bet.
And
to
you know
a
what,
Democrat.
dude? In 7 days, I probably achieved a lot more than you have the entire time you were on this app.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, I got to move it on, all right, Retribution. I'm going to bring up another...
Hey, thanks for having me. This is fun.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then please get some help, all right? Seriously, all right? All right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get that was retribution. Oh my goodness, you know what he deserves. You know what we gotta do with that right there? You know what we gotta do?
Silence! You MAGA demon!
Wow. Wow. The lies were at an unprecedented level. Snuggles, he lies as much as Snuggles, right? All right, Ange. All right, we got to bring you up, Ange.
Oh, I was not going to come up, but I can't handle the lies. I'm
Go
sorry.
for it. We
First
got
of
him in the
all,
box. He got in the box, though.
We will give him that. Yes, that's all I'm going to give him, though. First of all, he said that he was raising my blood pressure. Wow, what did it sound like he was doing up in your box here? That was, oh my goodness. It was through the roof. The lies, dude. No. You blocked Dubs. He didn't block you. You blocked Dubs. So there's a lie. And I'm looking at your page here from my second device. And Zeus, can you hold on one second?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can do this.
Yeah. Do you believe he went to Harvard? Something, yeah.
Gosh dang it, it's not working for me.
He got in here and lied so much. I said he definitely is the spawn.
All right, here we go.
Oh my
Let's
God.
turn this around. Let's turn it around. And here we've got his page here.
Oh.
Can I just real quick? I'm just gonna play this real quick. I mean, he really put some work in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at this is retribution, ladies and gentlemen.
This is retribution. I mean, it's kind of a long video about you, so I don't know if I want to take your time.
No. You got it. Let's get it out there. This is retribution.
Right. Can you hear it okay?
Yeah, I can.
Here we go. All right.
Look at this. Retribution edited this video.
Look at the work. Look at the work you put in.
Good job, Retribution. Zeus'
Right?
worst enemy, Typhoon.
Look, he even went to screen recordings. Dude. Look. Isn't that freaking lovely?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just let me know, and I mean it's at least another minute long, so let me know if you need me to.
No, it's up to you. But we see it. We see him.
Look at the work. Oh.
He's clearly on my show all the time, right?
Yes.
He's got jungle fever.
And as you know, making videos takes a long time. So he clearly put a lot of time into this. And you don't work for wherever the hell you sit. You're in here every morning. Here we go. Zeus, you're famous.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we have here?
Oh.
This is actually really funny.
Wow, healthcare on Mars. Hopefully it's not Obamacare. Retribution,
Okay,
I tell you.
There we go. And then one last thing. Hold on. And then, of course, I won't play the whole thing, but he has Dubs on his page.
Oh, he got RC Dubs in the mix. Oh, I see Obama there. Retribution.
Yes.
But he doesn't know how TikTok works, he says.
No, he doesn't. No. And
He
let's
went to
see.
Harvard, he says.
Let's see. I want to turn this back around so we don't need to see my face right now. Gosh dang it. It won't turn back around.
Okay.
Anyway, I had something else I was going to show you, but I can't get this camera to cooperate.
Oh, we got it all.
Oh, wait. Maybe.
What a show, right? What a show today.
Gosh dang it, Zeus. It won't turn around for me.
I
was going to
TikTok
read to
glitches
you.
like that.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Oh.
There's some messages to me.
Oh.
There's
This is
some
retribution.
This is retribution. Talking about something about, let's see, he's too young for me, but he'd love to gaze into my eyes, but I wouldn't be able to handle. I mean, what are you doing out here? You bunch of weirdos. This is just
He says,
so
I'm too much
weird.
of a man for you,
Yeah,
Ange.
there it is. I can't.
Too
I
bad
have
you
my
weren't
reading glasses.
younger. You wouldn't know how to handle me, my love. You would become lost in my gaze if our eyes ever met.
I mean, come on. This is just like fan behavior at this point.
I
So don't,
can't.
right? This is, you're
I
in
can't.
here every morning.
I
Okay?
can't. I can't with these folks, ladies and gentlemen. I can't. Okay.
I won't
The-
take up any more of your time, but I could not let those lies just,
Oh,
I
wow.
can't stand the lies. I can't stand this fan behavior anymore. Coming after you and then, but he's in here every morning.
Right,
Stop.
right. Remember, Ange, I'm always going to say it. They're not after me. They're after you, Ange. I'm
And
just standing in the way.
you're just in the way.
Yeah.
That sounds a little familiar. A little bit like their cult leader.
Exactly.
But anyhow, I couldn't let those lies go. So
Fair enough.
there it
Fair
is.
enough. Well,
Thanks for
thank you,
having me up.
Ange. All right, all right.
Retribution, liar, liar, pants on fire. All right, I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Ange. No lies detected.
Go ahead and oh, never mind. I got it.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. 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 What a show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Get a few more, then we got to get up out of here. I can't believe I'm still on this app, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. My sister, how are you doing?
What's going on, Zeus? Good morning.
What a show, right?
My brother, what a show today.
Right?
What a show today. I'm so lost for words with everybody. I really am. I had some stuff. I'm like, but I'm between my girl Takesha, then my girl Boss Diva, then my girl Ange, my girl Shay, dropping all them nuggets. And then we get the clown retribution with the fake AI. What's up with the fake AI? You know, one of the bears, she always wearing fake AI, the bear. What's going on with the AI?
The retribution bear. We're going to call him the retribution bear.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Retribution bear.
Yeah.
You know, talking about he went to Harvard. Harvard Deli, that's a spot in the hood in Cleveland we had called Harvard Deli. We go get some good corned beef sandwiches and stuff. That's where he came from.
Okay, we gotta
play
dig
too
deeper.
much.
Yeah.
We gotta do better retribution.
He said 45 seconds, right? Like we didn't know he was referencing Donald Trump when he said 45. Cut it out, retribution. You play too much.
Exactly. I mean, dude, you gotta come up here prepared. If you want to go at my brother, you gotta come prepared, okay? You can't come up here with that nonsense. It just doesn't work. They was in the comments being so hateful.
Yeah.
So hateful. What is it? Clickbait. Him and what Democrat? What is his name? Democrat.
Conservative Democrat.
Yeah, that one. They was just being so hateful because Shay was actually telling the truth about Black history. They can't stand hearing about our history. Why do you think that is, Zeus? What's wrong with them? Why they so mad?
Because they're paranoid about their past coming to haunt them. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. When
they think it's gonna turn. They think it's gonna come back on them. That's what it is.
Yep. Because they know the wrong they did. They know the evil that was sowed. Yeah.
They are definitely evil. Evil is within them. I don't care if you wasn't there. You were born with that evil blood. And you're not trying to do a damn thing to change it.
Amen. Not a darn thing.
That's the problem. Not a darn thing to change it. So we gonna just keep coming at you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing else. What other choice we got? We don't have any other choice. Look, like Donald Trump said, what do you got to lose?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, perhaps?
Yeah. What do you got to lose? I mean, he come out here with the pookies, them gold pookies. Nobody wearing those. And then he had the nerve to go in Philly. I mean, you don't bring that kind of stuff in our face. Let me tell you something about us Black folk.
Amen.
We got style. We got swag, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those do not fit us. I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to grab the attention of the Black people.
The blacks for Trump. The blacks for Trump. Yeah, go for it.
We don't rock gold pookies.
But you know what? I want to see some of those blacks for Trump in the hood with them gold shoes on, right? I want to see them do it.
I want to see them. You know what? The ones that say the end for Trump. I want to see them.
Put them gold things on.
He probably gonna get them to those. Give them those. You know, they'd be happy to wear them. They don't care. They settle for $100. You know, just to be in the crowd. But you know, it was a rough weekend. It was funny though. It was a funny weekend. It's been funny because MAGA is definitely losing. Looking at your Is MAGA winning? Absolutely not. MAGA is losing daily.
Losing. Yep.
I heard my bell, but it's on a daily basis. We got Fonnie doing her thing. They coming for her, but sis, she like blocking them shots, ducking. She got it. She got it covered. We're not worried about it.
Amen.
I want to tell Struggles, and Struggles. Stop talking about black women. We told you once before. My sisters got on you before about that hateful rhetoric that you're doing to our black queens. Ooh. I need you to stop. Ooh. Because you're going to have a real problem on your hands coming for us. See, when you come for one, you come for all, Struggles. So Struggles, stop platforming your whole show about our queens. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Get you some popcorn and enjoy it. And maybe learn something because you're talking nonsense.
He is.
You're talking nonsense.
Yep.
So that's it. I just wanted to get up here and, I'm enjoying President's Day off. And,
Amen.
Our legitimate president.
Amen.
President Biden. I hope he enjoys his day. Hope he got him some donuts and coffee this morning.
Yeah, and some ice cream. Yazzie.
That's right. Get you some ice cream, Biden. Yep. And shake these haters off because that's what they doing. They so hateful. And I don't even know if prayer is enough for them. They deemed to hell, right?
Yeah, they did. Exactly. Deemed to hell. Tell them.
Deemed to hell.
Let's go.
All right, Zeus. My brother. I'll be down here fighting the demons off.
All right. Keep it going, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, y'all.
Beautiful Morning Star. No lies
detected. All right, Kingdom.
Yeah, the reason that I had to place these sanctions on Snuggles, listen, he invited me in his live yesterday, and I wasn't going to go into his box. But you know what he did? He said, Zeus, please come in the box. And I said, you know what? Let me set aside what I'm doing to go in the box. And then when I got in the box, you know what this knucklehead did? He decided it was his opportunity to disrespect Zeus. I said, you know what, Snuggles? You know what? That's a bridge too far. If I come in because you beg me to come into your live and then you turn around and do that, absolutely not. So, ladies and gentlemen, Snuggles has been hit with a 1-week ban in the kingdom. He's welcome to sit in the comments and suffer, but I will not be entertaining him at all on this show. All right? So, yeah. Good job, Snuggles. You did it to yourself.
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the way. Yeah. He's a struggler.
I told you I'm a dangerous man. And you better be careful out there on these TikTok streets, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and there's more where that came from, all right? It's like the FBI. Good morning, Deb. How are you doing?
Good morning, my fellow statesmen. How are you?
How are you? I've been meaning to get to you. I'm so sorry, but I am glad you hung in there and consistently kept on coming back.
No, you're good. You're good, hon. I understand. You've got a kingdom to run. I just wanted to tell you, I read a book called Rapture. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of the concept of the rapture, right? All right. I don't think
this book, I read it when I was younger, but every time I think about MAGAs, I think about the mark that these people took on their foreheads.
Speak on it.
And those red hats, those red hats are pretty damn scary when it comes to,
the red hat is like the mark of the beast.
Absolutely. And then the way they talk about how they changed after they've taken the mark.
Talk about it.
It is like how these people act. The vitriol, the hatred, the anger, it's just, horrible.
The lies, right? The deception.
And, Zeus, I am surrounded by racism in my life. Surrounded by it.
I'm so sorry that's going on.
You know where I live.
I do. I've been there. I grew up there.
Yeah, and you know what? Let me tell you, I have a brother. I was trying to explain how black people cannot be racist.
Right.
And he got so heated with me.
Right.
And he's like, how can they not? And so I tried to explain the whole that you guys didn't start race. We did.
Yeah.
And,
thank you.
He argued with me, and I said, no, wait a minute. I said, we.
Wakanda.
What about the wealth? Started talking about the inherit, and then I talked about my grandmother.
Mm.
And you know, I haven't told you about my grandmother, but I remember I was about 10 years old and I heard her say the N word.
Your grandmother?
Yes, yes, sir. And that's when, and I felt this fear in my heart.
Wow. I'm
And then I
sorry.
thought, but you know what, Zeus? The fear wasn't toward black people. The fear was from my grandmother.
Wow.
And I think that's at that moment. I think that's when I became anti-racist. That's when I thought, no, I'm not going to be like
Yeah.
that. I'm not going to be that person.
Right. The seed was planted, and you said, you know what? I gotta
Absolutely.
get this right on my side in my lifetime,
And
right?
you know, the biggest question I always get is like down. I'm not even looking at the comments because I don't even want to see them. But I have read one where it says, "Yeah, but what does she do when she hears racism out in the community?"
Mm.
And I will, and like you guys say, I stand 10 toes down, and I defend you, and I always will. Nothing will ever take me away from standing in front of you,
Mm.
not beside you. I will
Tell
be
him.
right there.
Tell
But
him.
I love you so
I
much,
love you
brother. I
too.
seriously, I do. I think you're one of the most handsome,
Thank
most
you.
humble,
Thank you.
and honest people in the kingdom. You keep
Amen.
doing your beautiful work, my man. I love
Thank
you
you.
and will stay here forever.
All right, all right. Thank you, Deb, so
Thank
much. All right, for having the courage and conviction to be able to get up here and tell the truth and shame the devil and let us. And actually that was nice. You let us know what's really going on in these families in this country behind the closed doors when you're having those conversations with your brothers.
And it's
Right?
ugly. Yep,
It's
it's
ugly.
ugly. But I'm gonna hang in there, bud. I love
Yep.
you.
All right. Love you too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Deb. No lies detected. Yeah, you heard her. You heard her. The battle goes on every day. It's not just on TikTok. It's even at home. When you got an opportunity to speak out against racism and bigotry and misogyny, you better do it. All right? You think it's okay at home? Then guess what? Somebody's going to think it's okay out here in public. All right? It starts with you. And you can cry as much as you want, ladies and gentlemen. But guess what? You know what? We don't care. All right, one more guest, and it's CC after this, and then this show is done. Good morning, Doc. How are you doing, my friend? How you doing? Wow,
My
what an
voice,
honor to have you. All right.
my voice is a little bit gone because I've been coughing and sort of wheezing this morning.
Take it easy now. I
Yeah,
don't need
so
you.
I got a doctor's appointment and they put me on some meds. So
Okay,
I'm looking
okay.
forward to get starting with that. But I wanted to come up and say is listen, okay, so now we have these gold painted tennis shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, MAGA always complaining about gas prices, groceries, but they
Mm-hmm.
able to go out here and afford a $400 pair of shoes.
Mm.
So, they need to be, quiet on that. That's done. Shh,
Yeah.
just be quiet.
Tell them,
Okay.
Doc.
Furthermore, Trump, for him to get an appeal, I want everybody to know that he has to pay that full 355 million, and he don't have it. He don't have that money.
Don't.
Okay, so it's not going to be appealed. And
Yeah.
furthermore, they're going to start taking his business when everything is said and done. His businesses are going to be shut down.
Right.
Okay? He can get ready for Trump Tower,
Mm-hmm.
Headmaster, that raggedy ass plane that he been flying for around about 40 years now.
Right. Right.
All
They're
of that.
gonna let it go, huh? We
And
don't
let it
care.
go. Let it go. Let it go.
We don't care.
Okay, and for the MAGA demons, you lack courage, you lack character, no morals. So, you can never open up your mouth and talk about other people.
Can't.
Okay, Joe Biden has not done anything wrong. He
Nope.
has tried to help this country. But y'all still on Putin.
Mm.
you still on Putin, right?
Right.
You got Tucker Carlson running around here giving interviews to this unalivened crazy monster who is responsible for Navalny's unaliving.
Yeah.
And y'all have the nerve to support that. Okay, there's no more being nice to you. There's no more talking about we need to get together, together, and all of that, because it's not going to happen. I don't want you in my spaces with all of that garbage and all of that nasty trash, stinky trash that you bring with you. You are nothing to me. Okay, and I'm done and I'm over it. And come November, we got your ass.
Hey!
Sorry, Juice.
Yeah.
Zeus for that.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. You're right. Feel better too, all right?
Thanks, Zeus.
All right, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Doc. Oh yeah. I saw a comment. Thank you so much. All right. She doesn't talk like Biden. Listen, I saw a comment out there, and they say, is this show satire or is it all hate? And I'm gonna tell you this. It's definitely hate over here because we don't like the MAGA demon. We're not showing the MAGA demon any love. All right? It's an active movement going on to rebuke the MAGA demon and send it back to the pits of hell from which it came. All right? We don't want to dwell in delusion with you. Have you lost your mind? We ain't sending that dude any money. Have you lost your mind? Yes, you're right, Ange. If you want to save this country, you know the solution. Let's start deporting MAGA, all right? Let's bring up our last and final guest, the beautiful Cece. Let's go, Cece.
Good morning, my handsome, humble, honest.
Wow.
And I would like to add an extra H to that, baby.
Hey, let's go. Hello,
That
good
would
morning.
be happy.
Hey, let's do
You're
it.
so happy. You're happy all the time. And can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Doc. I can hear you all right.
Well,
keep on going. We're all happy, right? I mean, we've created an interesting community on this app, I would say.
Oh, your happiness just drives them insane. But I don't want to hear the buzzer, okay? Because I'm the last one to speak.
Let's
okay?
go. All right.
Okay. I would like to know, what is it that these mega demons, especially the fake attorney who likes to pretend she's an attorney,
Oh my
why
God.
don't they understand what has happened in New York? They think it has everything to do with the bank. It does not have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the bank.
Really?
You know,
They think
and
that still? They're still peddling that
yes,
lie?
on and on and on yesterday. I mean, and then she would turn it around, and then she would pretend like she is questioning someone on the stand.
Wow.
It's sickening. But
Wow.
anyway, I just wanted to say that I don't know if you heard about the top worst presidents. Did you see the list?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And guess who's at the bottom?
Did you see 45 at the bottom?
That's where traitors belong. He shouldn't even be on the list. He shouldn't even be eligible to be on the list, to be quite honest.
Well, all of the better presidents, they were in the teens, 12, 13, 14, 15. And guess who they were? Democrats.
Yep.
Democrats. Democrat presidents.
Biden was on there, and Barack Hussein Obama was there too, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Clinton was on there. Oh, yeah.
Jazzy. Yep.
Uh-huh. That's right. And they also mentioned that when Trump was putting in his so-called tower with his 30,000 square foot, that he put in the cheapest possible accessories in there.
Yeah.
The cheapest way to go.
Yeah.
So that just shows what kind of person he is. He likes to brag and brag and brag.
Yeah.
And has nothing.
What a
Has
shame,
nothing.
right? Just like
And
that guy that we were covering that's going on a date and bragging about all the money he got, but he wouldn't pay $5, right?
Yeah, that's click, clank, clunk.
Yep,
That's
yep,
click,
yep.
clank, clunk.
We know it.
I don't want to hear that. And
Oh, well, Yazzie has to come up after you.
Okay. In retribution, I guarantee you, you're shorter than pie crust, just like click, clank, clunk.
Oh my gosh, shorter than pie crust. That's a new one. That's some lingo right there. Wow. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I agree with you.
And Takesha, I swear that woman needs to be on, she needs to be somewhere. She needs to be on a stage somewhere, and I want to be her manager.
Go for it.
She just cracks me up.
Yeah, we gotta sell those shoes. Somebody out there gotta be wanting to buy those shoes that she has.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to buy one from her and give one away.
Okay. All right. You know Snuggles would love to have a pair, all right?
Oh, yeah, and one thing about Snuggles.
What's
Snuggles, I watched you last night. You're coming unhinged, son. And you get pissed off. I'm sorry. You get aggravated about not being able to buy a house. Well, you're living in your mama's basement, man. You don't need a house. And
Bingo.
And Snuggles, do me a favor. Please paint that paneling. Paneling is outside.
Oh my God. He makes it so easy for us, right, Cece?
He does. He gets so mad. He's gonna have a breakdown one day, I'm afraid. But hey, that's on him, right?
I want him to keep himself together enough so that so he can see Donald Trump go to prison. All right. After that, you know what? It's whatever. But just stay healthy, Snuggles. Keep it together, brother. All right. And just keep your TV on whatever news network you watch. All right, because we're gonna make sure you witness Donald Trump going to prison.
That's right.
Right,
That's
I
right,
agree with you, Mexican guru.
That's right, Snuggle Pancake.
Tell him,
Okay,
Cece.
Zeus, my friend, my buddy. I appreciate you. Love you.
Love you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Cece. No lies detected. All right. I guess we got one more beautiful guest, the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. How's it going, Yazzie?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey guys, hold on.
Yazzie. Russia.
You see those gas prices?
I do.
You see those gas?
Super low.
I don't know what they're talking about. They're like diesel's low. And as farmers, just so you know, we don't have to pay city or county tax. We just pay state tax. So my farm, and we buy bulk. We buy thousands of gallons each month. So I pay $2.09 for a gallon of gas. $2.09.
Wow.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what people are talking about. Can't afford their eggs, can't afford gas. And the thing is, interest is high. But if you live in your mom's basement, why don't you have money saved? Think of all the money you've saved all those years living in your mama's basement. Don't you think you could pay off a house, at least half a house by then? You know what I mean?
Jesus
I would
Christ.
think.
They do it to themselves, ladies and gentlemen. We're not
really
picking
do.
on them. They do this to themselves. They cry they don't got money, and then they send it all to Donald Trump when they got some extra.
I was just in Denver for 4 days since Thursday visiting with my parents. And I went to the Cherry Creek Mall. I saw lots of money being spent. Park Meadows Mall, lots of money. We had great dinners.
Right.
I'm just the Chop House. I'm like, y'all say there ain't money out there, but I saw only people spending money.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about, you know?
They're making it up.
There was a line at Louis Vuitton. I made an appointment, but there was a line at Louis Vuitton. And I'm like,
really?
Make your appointment, guys. Yeah. So I'm like, well, there's people in line waiting to spend thousands of dollars. So I don't understand people. They're like, the economy is booming under Biden. And you know what? And I just want to say, I am hands down in love with Fannie Willis. She is amazing. Boy, she sure schooled them. And guess what? She is not an angry black woman. She's the smartest woman ever.
Amen.
They have no idea. The thing is, she knows the law. She knows the law. Because as a woman and as a black woman, she's had to be twice as a woman, twice as a person, because that's how she had to claw her way up there.
Yeah.
But I was great. I just want to tell her, and all the new Democratic seats that we won. You guys,
Tell them,
I mean,
Yazzie.
George Santos seats ours now again in
Hey,
New York.
man. They
I
think
mean,
they're
I'm
winning,
just like,
though.
Biden's doing great. And they really do. And then, hey, President Biden made sure that Kansas City and Taylor Swift won the Super Bowl.
Let's go. They can't stop us. The winning continues.
Yeah. I'm just teasing. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I was like, well, whoever wins, I just really wanted to make MAGA mad. I wanted Kansas to win. That
Fair
was
enough.
it. But it was a good game. But hey, it's so good to see the most handsome,
Tell them, Yazzie.
most humble,
Thank you.
most honest,
Thank you.
hardworking Zeus. You're the best morning show ever.
Thank you,
Love
Yazzie.
seeing you. And I hope you guys are well.
Oh, wow.
I hope you guys are well. Hello, let me see.
It's nice seeing you too. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. Nice. You're working? Are you out in the field on the farms?
Y'all know.
Or you're on the okay, I get it. Don't worry.
You know what? We're off today. I just left the Denver area.
Okay.
I left the Denver area so I could go home to the farm.
Okay.
I just long weekend with my parents. It was wonderful. Well, thanks for letting me up.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You for being Zeus Triple H. I love it.
Thank you as well.
Just spreading all the good truth.
All right.
The most handsome. Everybody's the most handsome. Take care. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Yazzie Jazzy. Dark Jazzy. No lies detected. Oh my gosh, you got that done in 3 minutes, right on time. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, the plane has officially landed. That's it. All right, Zeus must go and tend to the other affairs in the kingdom. It's been one heck of a show today, ladies and gentlemen. You all deserve a round of applause. Right. All right. So before we get off, all right, you can take your seatbelts off and begin to deboard the plane. I want to give a special round of applause to all of the gifters, all the subscribers, all the panelists, and my moderators. You really have done an excellent job helping to make this show exciting, engaging, and entertaining. All right. And one last round of booze and shame for the Zeus haters out there, right? The snuggles, the clickbait, the retributions, right? Let's give them, the Russian bears too. Let's give them what they deserve, ladies and gentlemen. One more round of booze and shame. Oh yeah. What did you say, Takesha? Don't forget the shoes. Yes, we are offering shoes. Takesha has them. Please make sure you follow my good friend Takesha MAGA. She has a special pair of shoes just for you, all right?
Silence! You MAGA demon!
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in these TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And again, happy President's Day.
Who owns most handsome in the kingdom?
Oh no! Let's go!
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking.
What a great show!
This is how I stare.
Thank you.
Like Zeus.
Hey.
Ooh, when I'm moving like Zeus.
What a show! I can't believe we went that hard, that long. That's over 3 hours. Wow! Thank you. Let's go! Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. Let's go. Hey, yes, all right. Listen, it was great. We all had fun. Oh my gosh. They don't like it when we tell the truth. It doesn't matter. They ain't stopping nothing. Let's go. Let's go, little heart. This is a great show. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. You see what we do, ladies and gentlemen? I'll be back tomorrow, same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. That's why they call me Zeus. Isn't that right, Reggie? Mark Brown, cut it out. You're a liar. You're a traitor. You don't deserve to be in this country, Mark Brown. You know where I stand. Deport MAGA. Deport Mark Brown. How about that? Yes, the video will be uploaded to YouTube. All right? That's why we keep it clean. So folks don't lose their accounts talking to these Trump supporters. Right hand for Deport MAGA. Mark Brown, if all I do is lie, send me a trophy for it. All right, right, Reggie? Grab your goose. Grab your gray goose. Grab your gray goose. Bonnie Willis, I love you. Right? Get that gray goose out. Why do the faces not show on YouTube? I don't know, Takesha. I think TikTok does that on purpose. I don't know why. Yeah! Thank you for the gift. The stock value of MAGA is going down. All right, Mickey P, thank you. Marisol, have a good one. What a great show. There we go. Here we go.
I just want to buy 11,780.
Oh, really, Ann? Okay.
One more than we have.
If the camera's not on, it won't show the people. Maybe I'll see it today then. Thank you, Ann. All right, Reggie! Let's go, my brother! Hit him with the remix.
He's deranged. Jackson. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
All right, what do we want to do, ladies and gentlemen? What do we want to do? Oh, I know. Okay, here we go.
They started just recently with this crap. They started just recently. They could have brought this lawsuit, Brenna, 3 years ago, right after I left. It's been 3 years. But they didn't do that. And now they're saying, we have to go immediately before the Supreme Court. This thing would have all been over with 2 years ago. But they waited and waited and waited, and then they saw I was running, and they waited, and then they saw I was hot.
They saw you was hot.
And they filed lawsuits. These are very dishonest people. That's called election interference. And now they're fighting like hell because they want to try and get a guilty plea from the Supreme Court of the United States, which I can't imagine because you have presidential immunity. But strange things happen. But they want to get that because that's the only way they're going to win the election. It's a very sick thing. But think of it. They waited and waited and waited for years. In fact, nobody thought, everyone was saying they're never going to bring any charges. Most people said they're not going to bring them because they don't have anything. And then all of a sudden we started getting hit with these lawsuits. And you know, now they're saying,
they waited and waited. They saw he was hot. And then they said, okay, that's when we go ahead and indict him and sue him. Oh, my God. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Before I do, you know we got to drop the bomb.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Absolutely